Good afternoon. I'm Joseph Bonanno. It's 3:01 live from a moment's peace salon in baseball and college football news. Michigan expected to suspend head coach Sharon Moore for 2 games during the 2025 season, a self-imposed suspension reaction to the Connor Stallion sign stealing scandal, according to ESPN's Dan Wetzel. In NFL News Today, the league announced that Washington, D.C. will host the 2027 NFL Draft. The draft will be hosted on the National Mall where Washington Monument stands. In other football news in Nashville, John Gruden joining the Nashville Cats as a part owner in what the team is calling consulting and advisory role in all aspects of the team's football and business operations. This is Gruden's first official involvement in professional football since resigning from the Raiders in 2021. For our Foundation Repair Waterproof needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Yo, what up, Nashville? 3HL is on the air. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. We are broadcasting live in Cool Springs. We've got you rolling where you need to be, and that's a moment's peace. Right, Babsy?
That's right. Hi, guys.
Welcome back, Babette.
Hi, it's good to be back. And what do I get to do? I come off the beach where I'm just, yes, like I'm a new person because I just got to cover an event on the beach. And then I walk into a moment's peace, which might be the most peaceful and best smelling place ever. And I'm just in my happy place today.
I think it's just because you're sitting next to me.
Clearly that is all of it, Mayor.
How was beach volleyball?
It was amazing.
So I was unclear how this was set up, and I watched beach volleyball on Saturday afternoon for like hours. And
I'm very proud of you.
Luckily, I have multiple TVs in my living room, but I did turn it on. I was like, dang, not only like – I didn't hear Babs, so I was like, I got nervous. You know how you get nervous when you don't hear somebody? And then,
where's Babs?
And yeah, like she's supposed to be there and all this stuff. Look, they're going to close it. We're monkeys in a cage now here at a moment's peace. We're talking
I know,
too
but
loud.
I don't think it'll close.
No, it doesn't. They tried that before.
This is the most relaxing spot in America.
And then they bring us in.
And then us clowns. So anyway, I'm listening. No Babsy for a couple hours, and then I call her. And no answer. So I called Travis Harder. No answer.
Listen, we're on the beach at that point.
Yeah, and then I was like, uh-oh. And so then you know how things go through your mind. I'm like, oh, my gosh, something happened to Hadley. They're in the hospital and blah, 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 blah.
Oh, my God. Who are you,
I'm such
me?
a girl. I'm such a girl. And so finally Travis called me back a couple hours later, and I was like, I was so worried. He was like, dude, calm down.
There are 2 sideline reporters on the event.
Which I didn't know. I should have asked before.
Yes, because it's a very long day. So we switch back and forth per duels. So I had the early Saturday morning duels. The other reporter had the afternoon duels. That's why you missed it. And then we were both on the championship game on Sunday. So it was awesome. It's such a great event. If you've never watched beach volleyball, you should totally get into it. Oh, and P.S., there's a 5'4" girl for TCU on the beach, baby, and they just won the national championship.
Well, I'm glad you gave us.
That's amazing.
Gave us all that. That's dope.
What does she have? Like a 48-inch Michael Jordan vertical? Like what?
That's that. Like.
Well, so the thing with beach too
How's she working
is
the net, man?
She doesn't block.
Yeah,
she's just a defender, so the girl can cover the entire freaking
court. That says a lot about the other girl.
No, the other girl's 6'3" and can block.
But she can cover the whole thing. Like she doesn't need help.
Exactly.
That's incredible.
I mean, she gets the help with the block, but that's
Yeah.
So all my short girls out there.
There's hope.
There is hope for you. You can play beach volleyball. Now you better be a hell of a defender, but you can play. You can play beach volleyball and find your shots.
Slay Dog is not 5'4". He's 6'8". He's right here.
Correct.
That is right. I am in the building, Smiley. Thank you very much. And 2 things. I got an announcement for one.
Wait. So 2 things and an announcement, or
no? 2 things. One is an announcement.
Okay. Smiley, do you know where the announcement button is? There you go.
Oh, well, I'll get an announcement first.
Yeah.
First announcement is, hey, man, the MJ play is in town.
Oh,
if you haven't,
T-Pack?
Yeah.
Did you go?
I went yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Go check it out. It's a little long, about 2.5 hours.
Oh.
I thought it was like an hour and a half, but it was.
I don't know if I had that in me, man.
It started at 6:30,
No,
probably
totally worth
6:35.
it
We got
without
out about
music.
9:20. But the music.
Did you take Lil Ron or Chris?
No, so we're gonna let LaRon wanted to go with his friends. So me and Chris went.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so LaRon, he was like, "Nah, I ain't going with mom and dad. I want to go with my friends." So
Dude, Lil
we're gonna
Ron's
take him.
all into this.
So he saw it on Broadway.
Oh, wow.
So he's gonna see it here, but he wanted to take his friends that he never seen. But if you have an opportunity to go see it, the music is phenomenal. The acting is dope, and
legit.
great sound system in there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, great sound
T-Pack
system.
does it right.
Yeah, they did. The second thing
That's our favorite date night is a night at T-Pack.
I'm gonna start back going. What's up, Tanya? Whoa.
Tanya from sales is here.
With her baby, who's not a baby
Not a
anymore.
baby. Like these scary people in
She's
here.
almost 5'4". She can cover the net.
Right.
That's right.
The second part is, Babs, I couldn't wait for you to get back because I witnessed you out there playing 2-on-2 beach volleyball after all the grief you give me. I was sitting there, and as a teammate, I was saying, yes, I love my girls out there active. She getting to it. She having the ball. She's reliving the dream. And the petty side of me was like, I would give anything for her to go down, not with a tear or anything, but with a bad twisted ankle or something right in the clear.
So you could be like, you tell me.
Oh, I'm begging. Please let her go down.
I completely
let her
forgot
go
about
down.
that. I'm
No,
glad you
know,
remembered.
I've been waiting since Wednesday.
So for a hot minute,
Yeah.
I thought about my conversations on
See?
Achilles with you and how you don't need to be playing pickup anymore. You're too old.
Exactly.
So what do? I go out there with two Olympians.
And was getting down like you were diving and everything.
I
I'm
know.
like,
You know why? Because I can't move like they can. I had to go get to the ball. Holly McPeak, who is
Hey.
like Olympic, like dream beach volleyball player. Now she's older now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But still, I mean,
still
you
got
should have heard her. She's like, Davenport, go get there. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is
serious.
Listen,
Yeah.
I turned to her. I'm like, I am out of shape,
But the funny part about that is,
and I never played beach.
Yeah, beach is different.
this is why we were concerned, is because like you can't turn the competitor off.
No.
So you
Nope.
compete like you used to, but you can't do it, and so then your body like will let you know at
Yeah,
some
then
point.
it's a disagreement
And
at some
we were
point.
talking about that last week, and I was like, man, I had to quit playing church softball. And I'm like, church softball is fun or whatever, but like I'm playing middle infield, and you're not getting the ball by me.
It's serious.
And so, like,
Oh,
I'm
gosh.
diving on hard ground, dirt, and
Yeah.
all this stuff, and I was like, I finally
you're way
had to,
too old for
I
that.
had to quit. This was a while ago, but so anyway, yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah. I'm
no.
glad you didn't get hurt. We were talking about that though, because you have mentioned many times that
You
that,
can't. Don't act
Slade,
like you
for
can play
example,
like you
doesn't
used
need
to.
play
Yes.
basketball anymore.
Yeah.
and-
Babs don't even want me to go out there and shoot around.
No.
That's all.
Yeah, I know.
And she out there full fledged.
And let me tell you
Insane.
this. So I'm going to get my producer to send me some of the video clips. I just want, and I'm not putting it out there. I'm just going to let you guys see it. But
yes.
you can see me in between plays. I'm like hands on the knees, like just gasping for air. I'm like, oh my gosh, how do you guys do this
Yeah.
for hours on
Yeah.
end? I can't
you
even
couldn't
hang
stop.
anymore.
Couldn't stop.
Because you remember my my whole bum ankle, I don't know, 7 years ago. Haven't
why you
worked
quit
out
running.
since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you survived, Babs.
Yes,
survived.
congratulations, Babsy.
I think I'm gonna start training.
There we go. Here we go. Here we go.
We have a lot going on today. Michigan's football coach has been suspended for 2 games, but not the first 2 games. They selected games. So there's that. Man, I am all into playoff hockey. That is what's
I
happened to
saw
me
you.
this year. And that Winnipeg game,
Playoff.
where they were down 3-1 with like 2.5 minutes to go, and
Yeah.
they get to 3-2. They tie the game with 1 second left.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. And it wouldn't have been as cool if it wasn't in their own building, but the way that the crowd just went, I mean,
Nuts.
because your season's going to be over.
Yeah.
But they score with 1.6 seconds left to put it in overtime. They end
Silly.
up winning. That was really good. We do have the 3HL bingo card coming up at the in the last segment, so stay tuned for that. Those are things that I write down that are said on the
I
show
was gonna say.
that we offer with no context in the last segment. One of them has already been written down. So we'll do that. Preds are keeping the coach. Kind of surprising.
All right.
That's all I get for that.
I actually listened to Trotsy's press
Did you?
conference
Good for
today.
you.
I mean, he didn't take questions for about 40 minutes.
He explained all the things that are wrong with the team and
That's
not really offer very many ways to fix it. I know he's got them, but
that's a 180 from last year around this time.
but 31-point difference between last year and this year. They've now not made the playoffs 2 out of the last 3 years after making it for 8 straight.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
So
Well, and the
within the
problem
hockey
is,
community, which I'm for me, it's more of an entertainment thing. Like I don't follow it like like a lot of people, but definitely pay attention. But
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are fired up about that.
well, yeah, and the problem is you start not making postseason a couple years in a row, and then apathy is going to set in
Right.
for your, I don't want to say casual fans, but your non-diehard fans that really get behind the team when they
Yep.
have success.
Yep.
That's when you start to worry as a franchise. If you're consistently not making postseason, you're going to lose those fringe fans. And it's hard to get them back, right? But
They do such an incredible job in the building of creating
such a
this
great
entertainment
experience.
atmosphere. Even if
Yeah.
you're not a hockey fan, it's so much fun to go to those games. And then
but
you
it's
fall
way
in
more
love
fun
with
when
it.
they win.
Yeah, and then you fall in love with it. But yes, that's definitely true.
I mean, it's the same with the Titans. We've seen it,
Yeah.
as far as people not going to games when the product's not good.
That's right. So we will talk about that a little bit. Also, Justin Mello spent some time with Cam Ward's coach at Anchornet Word. It's a really good piece for Titans-sized. Of course, we had Eric Morris on, who said similar things last week, which we'll replay you and kind of talk through this. But he did offer Justin a great quote. We were shocked at his development. That's what the great ones do. He's like Patrick Mahomes. I never thought I would say those words. End quote. So we'll revisit that in the next segment and talk about that. But again, broadcasting live from a Moment's Peace salon in Day Spa. This is the perfect place for you to take care of whatever mom on whatever level you've got rolling around in your life. They are reopened just in time to take care of moms this Mother's Day. And since she's been working overtime the past few months, what better way to thank her than with a little time to herself with a gift card from a Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa. All the moms in your life will love this unique and thoughtful gift. You can do it here, depending on your budget. Massage, manicure, pedicure, sunless tanning, waxing, spa parties, skincare, hair salon, makeup, unique gifts, gift cards. You can do it all online. Of course, well, I'll get to that in a second. But the website, momentspeace.com/mom, will get you there. The Slayscape, I don't know if you can get information on that, but Slay is
You
here
will.
to-
You will. We'll
to
be back
offer
for
that.
Father's Day.
private.
So, no, we will.
That's a Father's Day thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Moms can't get the Slayscape?
Nah, I don't need it.
They also have like this concierge service, which is awesome.
Yeah?
Where you can
Yeah.
just like email them or call them
that's
and
the
say,
beautiful part.
hey, here's where I need you to email or text the gift card, and this is what I want it to say. And then, I mean, I'm not saying you should be lazy when you're doing mom's gifts, but
Well, I don't think it's lazy. I just think it's easy. You know what I mean?
Okay,
and she-
yeah,
and
easy.
she'll love it.
Yeah,
So
we
there's
need
that.
it, especially for all the 800 other holidays that the moms get. But yeah,
oh, you get off
Here we
your
go.
high horse over
but
there.
Yeah, gift cards online at momentspeace.com. We'll be right back, 3HL. We'll talk about that. The comparison. Cam Ward to Patrick Mahomes. If you want in, 615-737-1045.
History had the gold rush, then came the oil boom, then the tech boom, but right now it's the Wi-Fi boom. Boom. And the Xfinity Wi-Fi is booming. Streaming, booming, gaming, booming, video calls, booming. Even when your boss schedules a meeting that definitely could have been an email. No comment here. And now you can get Xfinity Internet and mobile together all in one plan. The ultimate power couple Wi-Fi power boost from Xfinity Mobile gives you faster, secure Wi-Fi speeds at home and on the go, so your Wi-Fi is booming wherever you are. And now, through June 23rd, new customers can get 400 megabit Xfinity Internet with free equipment, unlimited Internet data, and Get one unlimited 5G mobile line included, all in one plan, all for $40 a month for 1 year. So whether you're working, watching, panning for Wi-Fi gold, one thing's for sure, Xfinity Wi-Fi is booming. Visit Xfinity.com to learn more. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account restrictions. Apply taxes, fees, extra. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Reduced speeds after 30 gigabits of data usage. Data thresholds vary. After 1 year, rate increases to $110 a month. After 2 years, regular rates apply to all services up to $143 a month. Actual speeds vary.
What is happening, good people? This is Big Slay, and I'm coming to you to let you know about Vertical Gyms, where you need to go and get all of everything that you're looking for under one. Listen carefully. Under one roof. I mean, when you talk about speed training, football, weight training, if you just want agility, all of it. And they got a full court basketball gym, 6 rims. They got individual, like you know how the racquetball courts are set up? They have those, but with a basketball court in there. We can get individual work, free throw line extended. It's beautiful, man. Vertical Gyms, if you missed the grand opening this Saturday, well, shame on you. I was in the building, and it was a very, very good ribbon cutting ceremony. A lot of the vets came out. Some OGs out there, some that I haven't seen. Salute to Harry Gilmore, Hal McClain, all of them, JP for putting it on. And Miss Valinda for seeing your journey through. You can do the same. 2328 Jackson Downs Boulevard. Vertical Gym is the place to sharpen your skills, grow your game, and rise above the rim. It's that time. Vertical Gyms.
3HL 104.5 The Zone, broadcasting live from a Moment's Peace salon at Day Spa. Cool Springs, this is where you need to take care of any and every mom in your life, and you can do it online easily at momentspeace.com.
Dude, you can get a pedicure here. Slay's working it. He's trying to get one today.
Dude, I'm trying to get set up today. I'm telling y'all,
during the show.
No, and listen, I'm not all the way Velociraptor, toes tapping on the ground with the nails, but I'm just saying I am a little bit like the Geico caveman, just a tad bit. So don't be scared. I've been getting to work on.
Would you put, like, we got the color wall in front of us. It's
absolutely not your.
You're not even going to finish the question.
Nope. Only thing they making do clear on the
Clear
fingernails,
coat?
maybe.
Like in Fargo, the movie?
You're not going, Caleb?
Nah, I can't do it. I even the clear coat, I see it on Fishback gets the clear coat. And I'm looking like, dog, why you keep getting clear? Just regular. What's wrong with regular? So
what is regular? No polish?
None.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The work they do.
You can do whatever you need to do here, and you can take care of mom.
But fellas, don't be ashamed. Come on in, man. Y'all can get it too.
Works for
I know
dudes
it's for
too.
moms right now, but nothing wrong with taking care
I'll
of yourself.
just throw in the hydrofacial might be the best thing I've ever done in my life.
I got it.
You got the hydrofacial?
I got to go get it. Nope, I got to go get it. It was in my truck that got stolen by the Chunky Junkie.
Oh, no.
Do you think Chunky Junkie came by here?
No, because it was in there. I just can't retrieve it from my truck.
Oh.
All she was worried about was a pistol.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know if she took the pistol and the gift certificate to
Well, she didn't get-
Could you
While
imagine?
she took off running.
Well, she went to jail too soon after that, so she didn't
get an
have time.
opportunity to swing by.
She didn't have
I don't know,
time to
maybe
hit a
she-
moment's
Sure, she would have
peace.
came in on 2 wheels
You know
if
what?
she was
Maybe
coming
it
by.
would have
though.
changed
Maybe
her
she hit it.
perspective on life. She probably should have.
Should have.
This place will chill you out.
It will. It will.
You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch,
The
please.
F&M Bank chat is open. Justin said, did Mayor say he quit church because he got too old? No. Church softball, dude.
Come on, man. What? I tell you what, though. I'm
I
gonna
don't
tell
know. That's kind of funny.
I'm gonna tell you what
It is
messed
fun.
up a lot, though, man. COVID, man.
Yeah.
COVID messed up so much because
It is easy to watch
Dog,
online,
you just
I'll
watch
tell you that.
online, man.
I'll
I'm
tell
telling
you
you. And
that,
then now they got you can pay your tithes and everything online. Like, man, hey, I don't know.
Venmo.
They might have
Just
might
Venmo the
need, might need to have a restriction for a month,
I
man,
got
so
you,
everybody can
God.
go
I
back. Yeah,
Venmo'd.
I got you, big dog. Don't
DJ
worry.
Snoopy. Mayor, where's your intro music? I don't know.
Mayor's got intro music.
He does have one.
Yeah. Welcome. There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Rhett B did it.
Rhett B, so talented, man.
Yeah, he is. No. There you go.
Look at
See?
Nathaniel.
We got our guy.
Jibo59, his intro music is the intro music.
That is very true.
Okay, that's funny.
It sounds kind of Top Gun-ish.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I like it.
Yeah, I would have been a terrible fighter pilot.
No, you got to get it done, yo. Get up there and fly, bro. Fly, brother. Fly, brother. Fly.
Oh, man. I don't know. I would try to go too fast, I think. I've got
Or
a little-
you'd be like
got a
too
little-
nice to kill somebody.
Yeah, I got missile icon. He's got a mom. And
Yep.
So,
That would totally be
yeah, like,
you.
yeah, exactly. And we're not thinking about
and
it.
then
yo.
reverse missile icon.
No,
me.
we got to
Bye-bye.
go. Yeah, because
Yeah.
we were waiting there hesitant.
Stop thinking about it, Mayor.
Nathaniel said he's tall and has a belly. Can't reach his toes. Either slay. Listen, it doesn't matter the size, weight, anything, whatever's going on. You can get
Why
your
you gotta go
pedicure.
to weight?
No, because that's what he said.
He
I'm
can't
tall and
reach
have
his,
a belly.
Nathaniel says he can't reach his toes, but like
You don't
Oh,
need to.
he
You don't need
can't.
to
why are
when
you
you
going
get
to
a
work on your
pedicure.
toes while you're standing up?
This is my thing. Listen.
Okay,
man.
I thought he
come
was
here.
saying you have a belly.
Oh yeah, I
You
got a
can't.
Hitchcock. I pulled it out. No, I didn't pull it out. I showed everybody at the what were we just at?
The
Friday.
install?
The install. Yeah, I told him, man, like 2 years ago I was
Oh, we
bringing
need to
sexy
talk
back.
about that.
That was a hell of an event. Great event. The
Coach Callie's really excited, isn't he?
man, listen.
Yeah.
He talked like you did.
Yeah.
He saw him against
Yeah.
Syracuse. He talked exactly the same, but yeah, don't worry about being too tall or whatever, dog. Like you don't take jobs from people. You add to it. So you have people to give pedicures and manicures, so why would you do it yourself? That's my
You did a great
TED
job
Talk.
on stage, by
Great
the way,
self.
and
Yes.
you said you don't like to work with a podium, and you did.
I
You
couldn't.
You walked the stage,
I told you.
and then
It was a monologue.
Buck did an incredible job hosting this thing, but watching Callahan and Greg Cosell break down film, they had a large screen behind them,
Just
and they were just
ridiculous minds.
They were just going back and forth, and
was
they were
silly.
like Cosell was like, watch Cam Ward's eyes lock this safety in before he goes across the field to make the throw, and
Yeah.
Callahan went, and so he just leads Callahan into
Yep.
stuff. And my favorite part was actually fortunate enough and blessed enough to be backstage in the VIP area.
Yeah.
When I first got there. And so I ended up talking to Callahan for like 15 minutes, and then Cosell comes in there. And right before Cosell came in, Callahan told me, he said, I can't wait to talk with Cosell. And literally as he said that, Cosell walks in. And so listening to those guys, like in the VIP room, like talk about all the people in the league that they know and the relationships they have and why this guy's a great coach and all these things, like I just stood there and listened, man.
Yeah.
It was incredible. But the
Also,
event was
the
great.
other thing about
Sold out.
Cosell is he's always trying to learn.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, for as much knowledge as Cosell has, he's always picking coaches' brains on plays and what he sees on film, you know? It's really cool.
Yeah, this is the other thing. The amazement from the fans when they're breaking down the film and the oohs and the ahs that Cam Ward was getting.
For what he would be doing in certain...
and then running it back and seeing it from the all-22 view. They showed it from three different angles, which was pretty cool, and a lot of people don't get to see that. So I was wondering the excitement.
Make sure you go next year. This is why we're saying all this. Make sure you're there.
Absolutely. The excitement that we've been talking about, that you've been talking about, like you can hear Callahan talking with it. Like it seems like he's anxious, so anxious to get into it. Like so anxious. Like I can't wait to get in the film room, lock in with this guy.
Yeah.
And what I project he can do with this offense with a guy like Cam Ward, what he sees, that's pretty exciting, man. It's pretty exciting.
You know, he's not going to be.
He's very excited.
You don't feel like he's going to be limited. Like maybe part of the reason some of his play calling was questioned.
Yeah.
Maybe his offensive scheme questioned. Maybe his ability as a play caller and a head coach was questioned. Had a little bit to do with he was limited with especially trust. Right? With Will Levis.
We get to see now everything. If there's any pullback in it, I think it's Callahan trying to take it slow. And I wonder at what time. Yeah, I wonder at what time.
You
what
have
point
to
of the
protect
season?
him a little
But
bit.
what point of the season are you gonna say, all right, let me let it go and let him
hit it?
Let him go be him, because man, him, like, what is it, improvising? It look different.
Yeah.
It look different than improvisation.
Which is where
it's
the Mahomes comparisons come from. Too.
There you go.
So 250 people in attendance. The event was sold out. So thanks to all that were able to get out there and take advantage of that really unique opportunity. Yeah, it was very, very cool. Slade did a great job. Buck did a great job.
Oh,
good job, boys.
Thanks, Joe.
Callie and Cosell did a great job, right?
Very much. Bert was running around doing stuff. He was doing Bert things.
Bert was Burton.
He didn't get a chance to do one thing.
I know.
But
we heard about it today.
He had a muumuu on with a shower cap, and so he was going to ask Callie a question, but like they got so involved in doing what they were doing that it just ended, and Callie left, and he didn't get a chance to do it. But
talk on it, Bert.
I did see Bert with a muumuu and a shower
thing.
cap. So there's that. Justin Mello spent time with Cam Ward's coach at Incarnate Word, Eric Morris. It's a really good piece that you'll want to check out. Titan-sized is where you'll find that. One great quote from there. We were shocked at his development. Morris talking about Cam Ward. That's what the great ones do. He's like Patrick Mahomes. I never thought I'd say those words. Here is what Eric Morris told us about the comparison of Cam Ward to Patrick Mahomes last week.
Yeah, I think definitely. Now, I think, the one thing that is they both make these plays off platform, where something breaks down, they get out of the pocket and some miraculous throw across their bodies. They can drop their arm angles and they make these, just unbelievable plays that everybody sees on SportsCenter. The one thing that I can say that makes me confident in saying that he has the potential to be as good as Mahomes. Now, he knows as much as anybody. He's got a lot of work to do to win those Super Bowls and titles that Mahomes has this early in his career. But I do think that his study habits are equally as good as Patrick's, and that's one thing I don't think people talk about enough with Patrick is the way he prepares, how smart he is, and Cam has those same intangibles off the field. And so he's going to be somebody that's going to be willing to put in the work. He's going to be somebody that's going to dive into the playbook. I mean, he's all about ball. He's infatuated with it. And so I do think from that aspect, I think that he's going to give himself a chance in this next league because he's going to immerse himself in his teammates and in the playbook and the coaches and be somebody that other people want to play along with.
He'll immerse himself into his teammates and the playbook, and he'll be someone that people want to play with.
Yeah.
I bet he's already done it.
Yeah. Like
I think those comments they tell you way more about somebody than watching a touchdown pass against Florida.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. You got a football player.
And also, I mean, obviously, they stayed in touch and Washington State together and whatever, but he's known him from the get-go, you know?
Yeah.
So he saw it initially, and it hadn't changed. You know what I mean? Just the drive, the motivation, the willingness to learn, all of that.
His study
He got
habits,
to see the early part of it.
His study habits are equally as good as Patrick's. He'll be willing to put in the work. He'll immerse himself in his teammates, his coaches, in the playbook. Pretty strong quotes there from Eric Morrison. You can go back and hear the entire conversation we had with him, where you get your podcast, rate, review, subscribe to the 3HL podcast, and get it done that way. Easily find it at 1045thezone.com or where you get your podcast, and you can check it out on YouTube on the Zone YouTube page where a lot of y'all are watching it right now. We appreciate that. Make sure you hit the like button, which I already did without Slay having to tell me, which is good. I'm proud of myself.
You are finally getting it, yo.
Yeah, well, today I did. So the rookies, I was talking to Callahan backstage about this. The rookies report on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be on the field Friday and Saturday.
Yes.
And he did say he's exceptionally excited about that. But he said players are already there, and they were doing stuff today.
Really?
As a matter of fact. So the NFL never stops, man,
and
especially for coaches.
And I wouldn't expect from everything that we're hearing, the type of character that Cam has, and the guys coming in. Like, this seemed like a hungry bunch coming in. And I guess maybe that's coming from the guy that was drafted first, him being the leader of this group, you know what I mean, kind of associate the draft classes with whoever the top guy was coming in. And we know he's hungry. Him reaching out to guys, receivers, so forth and so on, offensive linemen, like, he ain't going to sit back and wait. Like, you ain't got to tell him to go do nothing.
Yeah, and what you say leads me to a thought. And let's see, how do I ask this? I'm curious to get your take, both of y'all as former athletes. With all the losing, it can be such a frustrating and controlling thing over you.
Yep.
Even when you're not in the facility, like, it's almost hard to escape it. Does the idea of having this fresh start quarterback maybe clean slate it for everybody and give you the opportunity to move forward both mentally and, I don't know, on some level spiritually, you know?
Me personally, no, it doesn't clean slate it.
Okay.
But it does give me the energy and the excitement to walk back in with a breath of fresh air. Like, I still remember, because all it's going to take is 2 weeks for us to get into it. The media arrives, and the first thing they're going to ask you is, hey, tell me about the last 2 years. And then, you know, you ripping off the Band-Aid and things of that nature. And you know what the talk in camp is going to be. Hey, man, that was last year's team. This team is totally different. We're moving forward. But what I think people got to realize is this team is not totally different for the fans. That's the ones that kind of we kind of stay in that little hole of, okay, when the season starts, then we'll break out. Either we'll be a butterfly or we'll be the little worm that's still trying to get out of the cocoon or whatever it may be. So I don't even know how to put that.
That was amazing.
But it would be, to me, a breath of fresh air. I don't know about you, Babsy, but I can't have a clean slate if I'm one of the leaders or the faces of the franchise and I know what we've been through. Because remember, we saw this hype. Not to this. I don't feel we saw this hype to this extreme last year. Me personally, I was excited, but
what made me think
this
about
hype
that,
is different for me.
What made me think about that, Babs, was the film from the Falcons game where Will Levis was going nuts and throwing the touchdowns, and you saw Big Jeff go, that's my quarterback, and how excited he was.
Yep.
That's why I asked that question.
Yep.
Like, does that allow you to revisit that excitement? Maybe. I mean, you always are, I guess, as a professional athlete. Like, you play you do everything to win. But I don't know. I just, I think I was thinking over the weekend about after that event, I was, and how excited Callie is for this fresh start. And I just, I feel like the fans are getting there too. And I just wonder where athletes are on that deal.
I think it's a complete reset. And this is why I say it, though. So I know, trust me, I know, nowhere near the level of, Auburn volleyball. But
or Auburn baseball this weekend. Shout out.
Hey, War Eagle.
He was willing to make that bet again. But you weren't here to do it.
But I wasn't here. You should have texted me, dude. I know I would have won. War Eagle. Anyway, so volleyball, like your setter on an indoor volleyball team is very similar to a quarterback position, right? Because second ball always goes to your setter. Like your success depends on how your setter is. I think it was my sophomore year. New setter came in, highly recruited, highly ranked, like not the type of player that maybe normal Auburn got, right?
Right.
Complete reset for the team. It was better energy. You had like your fifth year player, All-American, who never practiced prior to that, right?
Yeah.
Like was always in a boot or never had to because she was that, you know. Who all of a sudden is practicing and spending more time in the training room and, you know, like small things like that. And then that rejuvenates the younger players. And then everybody's like, oh, wait, okay, hold on. Look what we have going on here. And I'm not saying that the hard work wasn't there prior, but it's a different kind of level when you come into a new season with a new piece that you think can take you to the next level. And then it's like, okay, we really have a chance. What else can we do to get better that we didn't do last year?
That is a great point. I want to expound on that when we come back because he's going to be in the facility all the time.
Yeah.
So, you know, does that inspire people to put that same level of work in?
Hell yeah.
Even though he's a young guy, right?
Even if it's just because of guilt.
Yeah, you ain't got no choice.
It doesn't matter.
I agree with you.
If you want in, 615-737-1045, what kind of hope, clean slate, fresh start effect does a new quarterback have for you? 615-737-1045. A moment's peace. Salina Day Spa in Cool Springs on Carruthers. We would love to see you. We will be here until 6 o'clock. This is the perfect place for you to get gift cards. You can do it online at momentspeace.com/mom. But we would love to see you. They offer massage, manicure, pedicures, sunless tanning, waxing, spa parties, skincare, hair salon, makeup, unique gifts, gift cards. Get it all done here at Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa. Mother's Day coming up.
All right, Two Rivers Ford taking care of you just like you're one of their employees. I mean, honestly, that's what they have done for 40 years anyway. But now they're even offering employee pricing for absolutely everyone. So you pay what they pay on almost every single new Ford on that lot. And at Two Rivers Ford, what you see is always what you get. They're not going to add in some service package that, you know, isn't worth the paper it's printed on just to increase the price of the vehicle. Two Rivers Ford, always upfront and honest every single time. And now you get employee pricing on top of that. So there's no better time to buy American right now, and there's no better dealership than Two Rivers Ford out in Mount Juliet, locally owned and operated, been around for over 40 years, and home of the non-commissioned sales team, and they are amazing. A lot of those employees have been there forever, and it's also now home of employee pricing for everybody. From America, for America, Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.
All right, now, Kill'emStemCellInstitute.com is where you head to get some holistic stem cell therapy. Not what you're thinking, but what you need to know. Your body, your cells, your solution. Now, your body's stem cells are harvested and stored for future and continued use. Now, to that point, I've been there, and I need to head back over there because I'm feeling a little inflammation in my knees. I think it's because I need a pedicure, but I need to get over there and get a little heat of the secret sauce, which is mine, because my stem cells, yes, they have been stored and they're ready for continued use. All you got to do is go in there, and I'll get a hit, boom, redeployed based on my knees. That will hit my knees right now, shoulder, hip, ankle, back, neck, anything else you can think of. Congestive heart failure, lung issues, autism, arthritis, that's right, Achilles too, Babsy. Now, you got to understand stem cells attack the inflammation in the body, and we all know that autoimmune disorders derive from inflammation. So the consultation, 615-850-4415 is the number you call. Sit down with Dr. Kellum at KellumStemCellInstitute.com.
It's that time of year to get that lawn going. Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply can help. DickensSupply.com. My man Trey Hartsook is here.
Hey, Brent, yeah, such an exciting time here at Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply. I'll tell you what, this weather's starting to turn. We're getting a lot of different calls about service. People calling in saying, hey, Trey, my machine is broken. Can you guys help me? And at Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply, we absolutely can. We have the best service technicians in the business, as well as ways and means to come get your machine, fix it, and get it back to you. If that's you this spring, stop in at Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply. Give us a call. We can come out, pick your mower up, get it fixed, and get it back to you as soon as possible. We're conveniently located all over Middle Tennessee. Got locations in Nashville, Hendersonville, Murfreesboro, Bellevue, Brentwood, Lamar, Mount Juliet, and Franklin. If you can't get a hold of us, check us out online, DickensSupply.com.
The rain. And so
3HL 1045, The Zone, broadcasting live from a Moment's Peace salon in Daysby and Cool Springs. Swing on by. We'd love to see you. Jake from Brentwood usually swings by here.
Yes, he does. He'll be by.
And then we call it out, and then his wife hears. And so.
It's very true, too.
But, yeah, we won't mention you necessarily. We won't call you out if you come by, but we would love to see you. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
The Evan and Bank chat is open. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slade. DHB with an issue. My 30th birthday is Sunday. Think I got a shot to have my day to myself, or does Mother's Day still reign supreme?
Oh, you know what I mean.
I mean, you know Slay's take.
Yeah, but I actually compromised in this one.
What was your compromise?
I said, DHB, that's a good one right there. Oof. You may have to alternate each year. One year's Mother's Day, the next year is your birthday. You got to just kind of find a little happy medium in there. I mean, it's the day you were born. Like, good gosh.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have been born if it wasn't for his mom.
No question. But I'm just saying, like, golly.
He's talking about his wife, I think.
Okay, well, guess what? He wouldn't even be here or have a wife if it wasn't for mom.
Or have a wife. So, again, I mean, okay, that's why I said we'll alternate.
Who knows? He might have a wife despite his mom.
That's a completely different conversation.
It's a deep one now. Yeah. I mean, but, DHB, good luck with that, man. Let me know how that goes.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday. Make sure you have some armor on when you go and have that conversation with her, though.
And it's a big one. It's 30.
Hey.
He's like a grown-ass man now.
Yeah, you gotta make some decisions.
Isn't that when you become a grown-ass man?
Yeah, I mean,
30?
but guess what? The decision that he makes may be a consequence to that decision.
I was reading a study about the male frontal lobe isn't fully there until 25. So, like, all these younger people, like Zeph over here, he's not even 25, and he's already married. So she's literally married somebody that may be completely different here in a few years. Look at Zeph looking at me.
Do the right thing, Zeph. I mean, hey, good luck, DHB. Keep us informed.
Good luck, DHB.
Yeah.
You brought up an interesting point before the break, Babs, about we were talking about Cam Ward, and on some level, I was just curious to get y'all's take about, you know, is this a clean slate opportunity for some of these vets that have experienced the losing, and it just consumes you, right? Like the losing consumes you. And you got to figure out a way every day to, like, go to work and not let that affect you. Yep. But it's human nature, you know.
It's taxing.
But I wonder if, you know, number one pick, best quarterback on the board, all these things, like, gives you some sense of excitement and, like, a clean slate idea with some of these veterans. And you were talking about the rejuvenation in terms of work ethic, right? Like, and so now you've got, not only do you have the number one pick coming in and the quarterback, we all know the confidence level of this guy. We also know the work ethic of this guy.
Correct.
So
everybody's talked about it.
Not only is he the young quarterback and the new leader and all this stuff, but, like, he's also going to be in the facility working his ass off.
Yeah.
And so at that level, like, where are you? And so does that inspire others to work even harder and work more?
I'm gonna tell you this.
It shouldn't.
Would you like for me to do a pedicure? Okay, I need to come back there.
There you go.
Yeah, I've been summoned.
Gonna get a pedicure.
I've been summoned. I cannot be put out.
Look,
wait till this break and you can go.
Yeah, but she's looking for a color, so you don't want to do color.
Clear coat.
Oh, I really did think she was coming to get you. She's not.
I did too.
Sorry, Slay.
If she is, you're going hot pink.
It's a diversion. This is my thing. What I think about that, Inky, you want to go first, Babs?
No, go.
Okay, so I thought Inky said something great every morning. So
Inky Johnson, for people that don't know,
yeah. Y'all go check him out. Give him a follow
on Twitter.
Yeah, man, it is really dope.
Unbelievable motivational guy.
So it goes along with what we're saying. Like the mouth, I hashtagged and reposted and it said actions. Be about it. He was saying that the mouth can trick the brain into believing anything, but when you do actions. When you're seeing the actions being done, that's what moves you in your heart and makes you feel a certain way. So to your point, if they see him getting up every single day, like you said, Babsy, they'll feel a certain type of way, even if it's like, what word you use the word guilt. Even if it's guilt, you're gonna be like, man, I gotta go in here, and you being in there is half the battle to get you there. So then it's up to you.
Once you're there,
you're gonna work.
You're gonna dive in.
You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
I think
especially this level of athlete.
Yeah, that was huge.
Can I also point this out? I know that he's an undrafted free agent, but you've got Restrepo in there too, with the biggest chip on his shoulder ever because of his background and everything he's gone through. And this is his chance, and he knows how Cam works. And he matches it. And he believes in him, and he champions that guy and his leadership. And so when you're looking at this rookie class, you got two there that are going to – there's no way Restrepo isn't in that building every time Cam Ward's in that building. So now all of a sudden you've got two hitting that culture in the rookie class alone, helping to teach and bring that along.
I wouldn't be surprised if those two don't stay together. You know what I mean? And then just
true.
And then to your point, then they're in the building every time the other one is.
And that can take you. That can take you a long way. I think also with that, when you're watching, if I'm a vet like a Calvin Ridley or something, I'm looking at him or Tyler Lockett. Like it's a challenge now because I'm looking at him like, hold on, Rook. Now, I see you working hard, but let me show you how to. You know, so it's an iron sharpens iron type of thing.
Plus,
which is good. We need that
then
push.
it's a teaching, which is
There you
exactly
go.
what
What
you
he
want,
wants.
exactly why Tyler Lockett's here.
Plus, there were 2 drafted receivers, right?
Yep.
Like so. Yeah, he's got
With some potential too.
right. So
Yeah.
he's got some work to do for sure. But I'm not going to put anything past that guy.
No.
Based on what I know and what you've said. To
And
me
that drive can go. It can echo through the locker room. It can echo through the team. I think it's a lot being put. It's a lot being put on the shoulders of them. Man, like we said, this is what comes with the number 1 pick.
And
But I don't think he looks at it that way.
No. It's from us
just
viewing
him.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's gonna do that.
But
That's the reason we talk about
echoing
this.
through the team is a thing that can provide so much
You
energy
need
and
it.
force.
You need
right?
it.
Real quick too, to this entire point, like, and I said, sometimes even if it's guilt, like, oh crap, well my teammate's in there,
Yeah.
at 5 a.m.
You on the
maybe
text
I
thread,
guess
you
I
missed
gotta
it,
be in
yeah.
there at 5 a.m. Even if it's because of that,
Yeah.
it will also. It makes me think back to Mike Leach when he took over at Mississippi State and really felt like he had to shift the culture big time when his first year there. And I remember him telling me, he said, when the culture starts to shift a little bit, and I'm not saying the Titans had a bad culture. Please
Right.
don't
No,
think
no.
that I'm saying that.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about work and coming together
Yeah.
and being excited about the process again, maybe
Yep.
some players lost that. Leach was adamant. He, in typical Mike Leach fashion, he drew a fence on my notebook. And he was like, you see what this is? This is what happens. One's on the fence, the top of the fence, one's on the
Right.
other side, and the ones that aren't willing to come on our side fall off,
Yep.
and then they're gone.
That's right.
And that's the reality of the fresh start
Yeah.
and the new fancy quarterback that comes in, right?
Yeah, and let's put this into perspective too, with you understanding who you have on the other side, and a guy like Amani Hooker, who's worked up to his point.
Yep.
A guy like Big Jeff, who's going to push. He took Tavondre Sweat under his wing, that
Made him better.
Arden Key, regardless of what we see as far as production wise and question it sometimes, one thing we've never questioned is his work.
And he's a pro.
And he's a pro, you know what I'm saying? And he's always playing out there with a chip on his shoulder. So you got guys, Roger McCreary is another one. So you got a lot of dogs, but to see another dog on the other side, like, okay, that's what we've been waiting for. Now we're going to go a little harder. Now you're going to start to see these little competitions between defense, and that right there, that's where you start to get. Now it's going to be a minute, but that's when you start to see success and excellence on the other side because of you pushing each other.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
It
Ja
is gonna be fun.
Ja L threw out a prediction, a statistical prediction that I'm going to throw at you guys when we come back. 615-737-1045 if you want in. Jackson is producing the show back at the famous Music Row. Zeph is here. Bop is here. Kirby is here. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. A Moment's Peace, Salon and Day Spa, momentspeace.com. Their gift cards can be printed directly from the website, or they can be beautifully wrapped for a stunning presentation and even paired with other gifts like robes, candles, all sorts of fun finds from the gift boutique. A Moment's Peace, Salon and Day Spa.
What's happening, y'all? Bart Durham Injury Law. Let me give a shout out to Blair Durham, man. Somebody that's always working behind the scenes, always doing great things in the community. A lot of times they don't get shown, but you can go and support that. How? By going to Bart Durham Injury Law. First, go give him a follow at Bart Durham Law so you can keep up with the things that's happening in the community and the events that he's holding. And understand why he's been fighting for the community, because he's a part of the community. Now, you know how life can change in an instance when a car wreck can happen. It can throw everything off, whether it be your job, your bills, your peace of mind, any of those things. That's when you need good friends like you got at Blair over at Bart Durham Injury Law. And he comes with a team. It's not solo. So make sure you store this number in, 615-242-9000. That is the number to have a team fighting for you that's been helping Tennessee for years. You ready to get the fight done? Call BDIL, 615-242-9000. Any questions, they're there to answer 24/7 at Bart Durham Injury Law.
All right, you guys hear me talk about that Zen Sports app. Well, guess what? The major upgrade. Oh, yeah, it's here. And the new state of the art VIP Play app is going to offer 200 leagues to wager in, all of your favorite bet types. You've heard live now, but you haven't yet experienced live always on VIP Play. VIP Players Club sweepstakes is a thing, so every bet you make on this VIP Play app gets you entries into their monthly sweepstakes, and they're pretty cool sweepstakes too. You'll earn 1 entry per bet, 1 entry per dollar bet, 10 times your entries on parlays, and same game parlays. There you go. Get ready to claim your VIP Play welcome bonus. When you make your first bet of $5 or more, you will get $100 in bonus bets back instantly. The VIP Play app, let's go. It's coming to Tennessee exclusively. Go ahead and sign up. Learn more. Claim your early welcome bonus or VIP Players Club status. Use my code DAWNTN, DAWNTN. Go to VIPPlayApp.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-889-9789. You got to be 21 and older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Good afternoon. It is 4:01. I'm Joe Spanano live from A Moment's Peace Salon in Baseball. Breaking news in the NFL. The Baltimore Ravens have officially released kicker Justin Tucker. Justin Tucker was accused of inappropriate behavior by 16 massage therapists from 8 different Baltimore spas and wellness centers. All the alleged incidents occurred during sessions between 2012 and 2016. Justin Tucker, an 8-time All-Pro, 7-time Pro Bowler, had the highest career field goal percentage in NFL history. Ravens Executive Vice President and General Manager Eric DeCosta released a statement saying, "Sometimes football decisions are incredibly difficult, and this is one of those instances. Considering our current roster, we have made the tough decision to release Justin Tucker." The Ravens drafted a kicker in the 5th round of the 2025 NFL Draft. In other football news today, former NFL head coach John Gruden has a part-time ownership with the Nashville Cats. For your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. What up, Nashville? Brett Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. It's cold out there.
It's like cold outside.
58 degrees. Baby, it's cold outside.
Baby, it's cold outside.
We shouldn't be singing that song in May, should we?
I was just about to. I almost put myself in the Christmas spirit right then.
Yeah, you did.
I was about to say I can't wait for
Also,
Christmas.
You could barely even tell that was the song because it was performed so poorly.
You know what? After seeing Michael Jackson yesterday, Babs, I feel
Michael
confident.
Jackson. Where? Like walking down Broadway?
No, his play.
Oh.
I feel confident in myself to be able to carry out anything.
Huh. Well, I'm glad that MJ gave you that confidence, Slay.
But that's the same thing like we talking about with
It's
Cam Ward.
misguided, but-
I felt guilty not getting out here and performing after watching it. So
Slay, I got it, man. I knew what you were doing.
Thank you, York.
I'm glad you saw a ghost yesterday, though. That would be funny. Like, if there was one ghost you could see, which ghost would it be? Outside of Jesus, because then the party's over, and he's not a ghost anyway. But
that's a tough one. It's Holy Ghost.
Would it be
Party?
Yes. Party
Sure
over.
That's a tough one, York.
Would it be Michael Jackson?
Nah, they ain't gonna be the first one to come to mind for me.
George Washington?
Hell no.
Well, I read a story about him that I'd forgotten. Like, I hadn't seen it since college, but like,
how they coming back though? They coming back the way they left?
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of scary.
Like as you remember them. You
Oh,
know what I
okay.
mean? Like
Yeah.
maybe at their best.
That's a good one. That's a good one right there.
You have to think about that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Boy, we would have dove in on that on Friday. I'll tell you that.
Absolutely. If there was a ghost,
I heard
that you
y'all
could
are
do-
out of control on Friday.
So Wednesday we did a big boy show from the Big Orange Caravan, and we did a really good job, Babs. We did.
Babs would have been very.
I love how
proud.
you call it a big boy show.
It was a big boy show because Friday had big boy elements, but once
Friday
we
was
got,
definitely
we
a little
thought
boy.
we were off at 5:30,
Yeah, we got tricked.
so I didn't prepare beyond 5:30.
Mentally, I thought 4:30.
So
No.
So
Don't
late
even
in the
say
show-
it like that
late in
because
the
you're
show-
always prepared enough to do a full
Not that-
show.
not that day.
But no, what happened
I
was
need a vacation.
what happened was
was-
you were not mentally in the right mindset to do
well,
a big boy show all day
we
Friday.
did a big
This
boy
is
show
what
Thursday
happened.
too, but I can't remember
yeah,
exactly what we did.
where were we somewhere? Cold Sail.
Oh,
that was a big
Cosell
boy
sat
show.
in studio for 2 hours.
He sure did.
Oh, I missed
Oh, he
him.
went in. He went in.
He said, "Did he use my pink headphones?"
No,
Nah, he was Ross's.
he is right. Ross
Dang
was-
it! I was gonna give him a whole lot of crap for that one.
So what we did was, since he was getting ready to break down the Titans draft picks at the install live taping on Friday night, we stayed away from the Titans stuff and we talked about the entire league,
Yep,
and it was so great
it was excellent.
because of him. No,
Yeah,
were
we just
kind of sitting there,
tossed
but,
it up.
but that's
At
what,
least y'all admit it.
that's
you
what
know.
made it the big boy
We
show.
all admit it.
But then Friday
held in line.
we had big boy elements. But then, like I said, we were then told because of rain in Knoxville that the first pitch got pushed back from 4:30 to beyond. So we had to go to 6, and we didn't know. So not our fault, Babs. But My argument always is like, at some point we need to do shows like that where we just like talk about whatever and have a good time. Not that we don't always have a good time,
gonna say,
but
so we don't have a good time when Babs is there. We have more of a good time?
No,
when Babs is gone, is that
but we
what
do
you're
go
saying?
off the rails
I kind of
sometimes.
take that personal. What the?
Like Michael Jordan, and I took that personal.
You know
and
how
Babs
like
took that
sometimes
personal.
guys say things and they don't come out the right way?
Oh, I do it all the time. I do it on this show.
But anyway, so how did it even get brought? Oh,
Do it
it's
every
because
day.
Zeph pulled like 4,000 cuts of audio because it
Yep.
was Friday and you weren't there, and he was trying to give us something to go to that wasn't, 100 dudes against a gorilla. But that's where we ended up because somebody asked Chig about it.
Yep.
And so Chig was like, man, you give me like 100 T-sweats. And I'll go. So Slay's idea was 45 Big Jeffs, 45 T-sweats, and then 10 women.
Okay.
I can't remember why the reason.
Already you're in a bad spot.
No,
with
let me tell you why. Because when you think about the silverback gorilla, what comes to mind automatically is King Kong, right?
Oh, yeah, with Jessica Lange.
Has
yeah.
King,
He loved her, and she distracted him.
have you ever seen King Kong or silverback gorilla hurt the woman in the movie? Nope.
Well, then why do you only have 10?
Because they're going to distract him all which way.
And then that's
10 around
when
him?
the 45 Big Jeffs and the 45 T-sweats
Attack.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
when he's swooned.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
This really happened on our show on Friday.
Just,
But
For 30 minutes,
not 30.
I apologize
Like-
Not
to
30. There were
It was
breaks.
our
like-
3HL
it was
family
like 20.
There was a break involved in
for
there.
not being
Definitely
there.
was a break, Babs.
But it led to one of the great phone calls that we've had in a long time
was a
from a
good
guy
one.
named Justin who had never called the show. But he was like, we spent all this time trying to figure out which 100 people against the gorilla would work, and he came up with this idea. Listen to this phone call, Babs.
Justin in Smyrna next up on 3HL. Justin,
This
what's
is
up?
incredible.
What up?
What up, Justin?
First time caller, man. Hey, y'all wildin'. Not what is it? 10 women? That's hilarious. I like it.
Dog, have you ever seen King Kong do something to the woman?
No, I got something better for you.
Okay, talk to me.
What made me think about it was right before y'all went to break.
Listen,
Y'all was like, well,
this will
hey,
blow your mind.
why come gorillas ain't ruling the world? All right, well, check this. It's not 100 million. I'm gonna tell you that now. First, look, you heard it here first on 3HL 1045.
Okay.
You don't need 100 million. You ever been to a zoo?
Yeah.
What we need?
You seen a gorilla at the zoo?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who put them there? And I promise
Come
there
on.
wasn't 100 of them.
So, come on. See?
Give me 2 zookeepers.
And it's
You
over
heard
with
it
it.
here first. KXL 1045.
And it's over. Justin, man.
Justin.
That makes so much sense.
I can respect it. I can respect it.
That was incredible.
That's all I'm saying. I can respect it.
Screw 100. You don't need 100 guys.
Just give me 2 zookeepers. Man, they ain't never turned on them like that. And if they do, they always sit. To his point, they always send another zookeeper in. It's
That was going to be the breakdown.
He was basically like, y'all are dumb and completely missing the
Missing
common
everything.
sense
But how he went about it was
answer
so,
to this riddle.
It was so beautifully constructed.
It was.
Like, y'all ever been to the zoo? And that stunned us. We're like,
Like, what the
Yeah?
like, everybody's been.
you ever seen a gorilla at the zoo? We're like, yeah. How'd he get there?
That was it.
That was so
That was
beautiful.
it right there.
You don't need 100 dudes. You need 2
Don't.
zookeepers.
Did
That's
he
it.
just shut it down? Like,
That was
he
it.
just shut it down.
That was it. Part it was over.
So
Justin is, Justin's,
It's a long time listener,
My
first
hero.
time we ever
That's
called
the
him.
only call he's ever made to 3HL. Right there.
Lord help
And
us.
he ended that whole internet thing with one phone call.
I burst the
How'd he
bubble
get
though
there?
because the point of the debate is like men to just bare hands. Zookeepers use
Seth,
tools.
no.
See?
Get
See
out
how-
of
see?
here.
Listen,
And that's exactly what I said, Babs. They're like, why would you enter doing that?
No,
Don't
Seth.
deconstruct
Why would you
a
enter doing
perfect
that?
phone
Why
call.
would you enter doing that?
Don't, no.
Sorry for using
Come on.
No,
Hey,
he
being
used
logical.
logic.
Yeah,
just
logic.
Zookeepers
like that.
don't use their bare hands. They use tranquilizers
Man,
and they use
Zell,
like
No,
yes,
get
they,
outta
I looked it up. They
here.
use very heavy sedation to move gorillas.
Get
course
out
they
of
do.
here. Well,
I wish
yeah,
I-
they're like
I wish I had
5,000
tomatoes.
pounds.
I wish I had
Yeah.
some tomatoes. I would just be launching.
You
Turn
throw
your
some-
mic off.
Right.
Yeah,
So
but
two zookeepers are
let
going
them
to
just
do it by
splat all over
themselves.
them.
Turn your mic off.
Booze elf. Go back to that island you and Alyssa were at, dog.
Yeah.
I wish.
Come on, man.
You're done.
DHB says, Zeph, hush with your line.
Exactly. Exactly. Gonna mess
Stop
everything
with
up,
your
man.
reality check.
Yeah,
The
come on,
Zookeeper
dog.
is way better.
Wasn't that a great phone call?
Yes.
That's the kind of phone call that we will use like 2 years from now.
They
Oh
throwing
my
tomatoes at Zeph in the chat.
That's like our SEC. That is so dumb.
Yeah, that's another phone
Yep.
call we use all the
That
time.
was that's what 4 years ago.
Yeah.
That is so.
So, Jael put in a prediction, statistical prediction in the chat. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Make sure you tell all your friends. Lots of new people in town. Let them know where
Come
they
hang
need
with
to
us.
be from 3 to 6. We're all big one big happy family.
Most of the time,
Yes. Calvin Ridley.
except for Zeph.
This is his statistical prediction. Calvin Ridley, 1,300 yards, 10-plus touchdowns. I'm calling it.
I ain't at all.
I mean, the new quarterback compared him and Ridley to Montana and Rice.
Okay, he was that was on Fortnite. Whatever is said on Fortnite stays on Fortnite.
just a percentage of it, like 2% of it comes off.
Well, clearly everything Cam said came off.
Nah,
Fortnite,
never.
but,
I ain't believing it. I just believe in.
but
part
still,
of my Burks.
that he didn't really mean that.
Nah, yeah.
Remember when CJ went and was putting, not Ecky Bob, stop Ecky, CJ2K went on social media and was putting videos out. And then was it Twitter?
It was Twitter.
And you
That's why I
joined Twitter.
had to join Twitter. I was working for WKRN at the time.
He was putting all this stuff on Twitter, and everybody was like, wait, what? Huh?
Twitter
What?
was new.
Yeah.
So what year was this? 2013?
It's either 12 or 13. Yeah.
Anyway, so
When did I join?
it was contract negotiation stuff, and he was holding out. He was going to hold out. CJ2K holding out,
Yeah.
and nobody could get a hold of him and talk to him.
You joined on July 2009.
2013.
I was
God,
thinking it
my
was-
days are off. July
Mine's
of
April 2009.
so July of 2009 because of camp.
Yeah.
And CJ, Chris Johnson, was putting all of his personal stuff and all of his contract negotiations and all of his thoughts on Twitter. And I was a local sports reporter for WKRN on the weekends at that
Yeah.
point. And I'm like, Dad nabbit, CJ2K.
Dagnabbit.
Yeah.
Dad nabbit. Now I have to get on this Twitter thing. Da 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 da. And so there you go. July of 2009. Chris Johnson is the reason I joined Twitter because that was the only place I could get all of his information. So I signed up for Twitter. I got the automatic, it texts you when Chris Johnson tweets so that I could be on top of all the news.
Notifications and
Yeah.
everything.
It only took him like 2 days for the Titans to understand what was going on
Really?
and shut it down.
Yeah.
He got shut down.
That's
But yeah,
tough.
he was out there.
Thanks, CJ. Now I'm all about some Twitter.
Yeah, but do you have anyone bookmarked where you get messages when they tweet now?
No, I took all that off.
Yeah. Oh, man, CJ. So y'all are good with the 1,300 yards and the 10 touchdowns?
Now, listen, the way the ball's supposed to be moved, and this is what I think also. Calvin really is a guy, he's a quick burst guy too. So those quick hitters, I see a lot more of him, 4 or 5 yard catches, turning into 13 yards, getting down or going out of bounds.
A little yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With to take the top off style that we know he can do. So I don't, man.
I just can't wait to see what this offense
I don't see. I
looks
don't
like.
not see it. If that makes any sense. I don't
What
not
the
see
heck?
it.
Giles never positive. Who is this?
Yes, this is.
Did somebody take over his
this is a
account?
new-
He's
this
been
is a
very
new
positive
Jael.
today.
No,
This is a new
that's-
Jael, I
that
think.
must not
Just,
be
it might
him.
be just because of Cinco de Mayo. He might be started.
Is that what it is?
Oh, is that today?
I think
Yeah,
so, right?
May 5th, right?
Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yesterday, may the 4th be with you.
That was definitely true. All right, more 3HL when we come back. 615-737-1045 if you want in, at 3HL1045 on X if you just joined to follow us. That's great. We'll be right back. 3HL1045 The Zone. USS, United Structural Systems. That's a company you need to get in touch with, especially with all this rain going on. I know a lot of y'all are dealing with water proofing issues, and this company can help you out with foundation repair, waterproofing. Some of the waterproofing symptoms you may be experiencing: standing water in your crawl space, musty odors, cracks in your basement flooring, hardwood floors, cupping, your house may be trying to tell you something. Putting off a moisture issue in your home is bad for your health. It could lead to more expensive repairs down the road. When it comes to large home repairs, a lot of times homeowners pretend you don't see the warning signs. You're afraid maybe of what you're going to hear. This is especially true with waterproofing issues. Could be something big that needs to be fixed. Could be a small problem now that could become bigger, or it could be nothing. Bottom line, you don't know what you certainly don't know, and what you don't want to be, and you definitely don't want to be sold something that you don't need. So you need peace of mind. At United Structural Systems, that is the company to give you that. More than 30,000 100% satisfied residential customers. Homeowners trust USS. USS, keeping homes dry and stable. We guarantee our best. Call USS 615-488-7855. That's 615-488-7855. USS, serving Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky, and Western Kentucky. Online, USSTN.com.
All right, want to tell you about Aura frames because let's be honest, it's Mother's Day. So maybe you have a mom or a grandma that doesn't live close to you. Baby Bab's grandma, my mom, lives in Atlanta. And so for Mother's Day, we got her an Aura frame. And it's so cool because Baby Babs took her first trip ever to the beach. And guess what? Now we just download the pictures into the Aura frame. Boom. Whole family can see them back home in Atlanta. Is the best Mother's Day gift. And Aura has a great deal for Mother's Day for a limited time. Listeners, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com. Get $35 off plus free shipping on their best-selling Carver matte frame. That's what we have. That is Aura, AURA frames.com. Use promo code ZONE. Support the station by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay with you.
What up?
Broadcasting live from
What
A
up,
Moment's
though?
Peace Salon and Day Spa. Mother's Day coming up, and you can take care of all of your responsibilities right here at A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa.
Don't screw it up, guys.
Please.
Don't screw it up. I'm here to help you.
It's too easy
And
not to.
A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa is also here to help you. You can walk in and just be like, hey, gift card. They'll make it all pretty. They'll make it all fancy. They'll give it to you. You
Make the work easy.
give it to them. You win.
Give it to 'em,
Everybody
baby.
wins.
Yep.
Everybody wins.
Maybe you're indecisive. Maybe you'd rather have some professional advice to help you make the best choice. They've got a gift concierge on site to help you make selections and check off just about everyone on your shopping list this year. AMomentsPeace.com/mom. If you want to check them out online, you can download the gift certificate there and print it off. As a matter of
Also,
fact.
if you're like, oh, my mom or my wife or my sister or my friend, whatever, isn't a spa person, they do way more than just spa stuff. And also, they might want to be a spa person.
That's what I was just about to say. If they're not a spa person, they will be.
I was not a spa
Really?
for a long time.
Man, you get the opportunity.
And then once you get like spoiled,
It's
you're
over.
I
like,
could see that with
It's
you.
over.
Yeah.
Don't touch me.
yeah, like I'm
Because
not.
you're not a huggy, feely like person.
No,
I think
and-
I've only hugged you one time.
Really?
In my life, and I'm a huggy person.
Really?
Kirby just said one time in Minnesota, was I drunk?
Here,
I
get a
was drunk.
microphone.
Oh, that's
That's the
know-
only reason I
know
hugged Kirby.
I know Kirby was drunk because he tried to sled down a parking snow hill.
Yeah.
Well, 25 feet tall. We used to do as kids. And I did go down. I just went down the wrong
You
direction.
went the wrong way.
I thought
in
you
soda
were
that year,
dead.
first Super Bowl for you, we were at some little bar there in the mall after we had done the media night.
Bar.
And we were sitting there talking. Me,
Media
you,
night was
Brent,
roller coasters
and,
throughout Mall of America.
and Mickey. And you got up to you weren't quite feeling, or I think it was the day before you were out of kilter where you were just down.
Oh.
But you got up and you kind of gave me this half-arm hug, you patted me twice on it. You go, thanks, Curb. Walked out. I was like, well, that was weird.
That's you too, Curb.
Okay, am I an a-hole that the only time I've hugged Kirby is freaking Minnesota, like 8 years ago?
We've only hugged one time.
I'm a
and it was
jerk.
in the studio, and I can't remember why it
Don't be a
happened.
jerk, Babs.
But it was a few years ago. But yeah.
There may have been
And
an
I
attempted hug, but
I
since
hug
then-
everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
do too.
got to watch out for him.
I'm a hugger. I hug every time somebody, one of us been gone for a long time.
Yeah. So the Kirby story is a good one, and I've told this on the air, but
Curb.
I think it was the
I feel
day
like I
that
need to go hug Kirby.
So we were there for a few days. There was a span of time, like a couple of days, where it didn't even get above zero. So this is what they're working with up there in Minneapolis. But they snowplow all the parking lots, right? Like, so Mall of America and our hotel was kind of attached to it. And so they snowplowed the parking lot into this gigantic mountain of snow. And Kirby thinks it's 25 feet. Like, my memory wants to say it was like 40 feet or something like that. But
Dang.
anyway, we go inside.
I thought it was more like 40.
We had been out
That's high.
to probably that bar that you're talking about, and we come back in, and we're going into the hotel lobby, and he asks the girl behind the desk, hey, you got any boxes? And she's like, what? He's like, I need a box. She's like, what are you going to do with this box? And he said, I'm going to rip it apart and use it as a sled to go down that snow mountain right there. And she goes, oh, I got to see this. But you never got it from me. So
I am
gave
not
it
an
to him.
accomplice in this.
He manages to climb up this snow mountain, which was, I think, the most inspiring part of this story to me, because I like to, like the guys that you see these movies where the guys climb Mount Everest or whatever. Like, and you see them like set a goal and achieve it. Like, that's kind of what I felt like when Kirby got to the top of this snow mountain.
Also, it's not snow, it's ice.
It's ice.
I was
yeah.
It's
gonna
like
say, yeah, by that
compacted.
time.
Well, and it's brown.
And it's brown and
yeah.
gross from the parking lot.
But
like-
Kirby thinks he can do
Yeah.
anything at this point. And so he was like, I used to do this all the time when I was a kid. So he climbs up the top of this mountain. And so he's getting ready to go down the side of the mountain. But he starts going backward. And he falls backward down the mountain. So when he said he went the wrong way, he did. And into a fence, he said. But you were okay, weren't you? Fine. It was one of the funniest things
fine.
I've ever seen in my
It was
life.
fine.
That was good.
It would have been funny just to see him do it the way he intended to do it, but for him to like go down backwards down the backside of the mountain was.
I think I watched out of my window. Yeah.
Are you
I
not
got sick.
entertained?
Are you not entertained?
I thought I was like, God, I hope he's alive.
So Preds General Manager Barry Trotz said today that Andrew Burnett will return as Preds head coach in 2025-2026. I know a lot of Preds people were surprised by that. And it's interesting because during the season, like, remember we talked to Todd Furman about this a couple times. Throughout the course of the season, he was either first or second on the best odds to beat the next NHL coach fired.
Right.
And he made it through the season, even though they finished third worst in the NHL, right? Like, they have a chance to get the number 1 overall pick, apparently, depending on what happens in the playoffs. But or tonight. Not the playoffs. But anyway, they finished as the third worst team in the NHL, just 68 points, 31 points fewer than last season, fewest points since 2020-2021. And they've missed the playoffs 2 of the last 3 seasons after going 8 straight years. And, you know, Barry's a competitive dude, man. And I remember the last time we talked with him during the season, and he was like, you could tell that he was upset. You know what I mean?
I mean,
and he will tell
his
you.
job's on the line.
Right. And
Everybody's job's on the line.
That's kind of where I was going. Like, if you choose to – there's a reason for what happened this year, right? Like, so where does
There's
the
a bunch
buck,
of reasons.
where does the buck fall? Does it fall with the coach or the GM?
Both.
Yeah.
And so if the GM keeps the coach, then
Well, they're both going out there, and if they lose next year or mid-year. With the Titans, it was GM.
Yeah.
Right, so at least the Preds with this decision are kind of on the same schedule.
Yeah, like, okay, well,
Which the Titans are not,
we'll
right?
give both of y'all. We give both of y'all another chance. Here we go.
Yeah.
So I listened to that press conference.
You did?
And listened to Trotzy and specifically him talking about the decision to keep coach. And I liked it. I liked what he said. He pointed out, listen, this guy is one of the, younger, brilliant-minded coaches in the league. That's why I hired him.
Right.
There were a lot of circumstances that went into the failure, of this season, and
We can't say who just walked in.
No.
Or can we?
I don't know. She knows it's coming every year.
Yep.
Jake and Brent one's here.
Yeah, exactly.
He does this every year for Mother's Day. Every year.
Yeah.
We see him on this date every year.
and
He gets a
Valentine's
gift
Day.
card and beautiful,
Yep.
wraps it up. He's an awesome
Sure do.
husband,
And
dad, all
she
the
called
things.
in the show, and she was like, I know, what's coming, but she was like, I love it. So.
Yeah.
But she doesn't care.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, I don't care.
I wouldn't either.
She'd be upset
I almost
if-
like it better when I know what's coming
Yeah.
because then I know
Like a plan and
I'm
do
good
whatever
with
I want
it
to,
and I
yeah.
like it. Like, don't surprise me.
No
Like this
surprises.
Mother's Day, I need luggage.
Don't hug
I would
me.
like a new suitcase,
Okay,
please.
Don't hug me. Don't surprise me. I need luggage. This is what's going on here.
Oh, I sound like
From the female on the show.
Yes.
I know. I sound like a dude. Minus the luggage. So anyway, he was saying, so Trotzy was like, this was me at one point. I was that young coach that just needed a little extra time to develop. And then he
Okay.
was talking about coach is going to coach with the Canadian team, Canadian, what is it, national team,
National team, yeah.
whatever, so he's going to be able to evolve there. We've had conversations about where he needs to evolve, how he needs to evolve, and Trotzy pointed out that was me at one point. And look what Trotzy was able to do in his career. So I kind of liked that. I mean, now he's putting all his eggs in the Andrew basket,
That
right?
happens at times,
But I did like the perspective of sometimes a young coach needs the next year to be able to take for what happened last year and grow with it. And it kind of made me think on a lesser level of Callahan.
Yep.
Like his very first year as a head coach and a play caller. And now here we are going into year 2. Maybe he needed that 1 year just a little bit. So so I know there's a lot of Preds fans that don't like the decision and aren't great with it, but I thought that Trotzy...
You understand the why?
I understood
How
the
it
why once he broke it down.
Yeah.
And pointed out and tied it to himself.
Right.
Because, I mean, dude has a cup,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yes, he does. Not here.
Not here.
obviously, But
Not here
Walk away.
yet.
Maybe that's what he's saying. Like,
I was
walk
in the
away.
building when Pittsburgh won it, so I saw that.
yeah,
But
we ain't gonna wash our cup chances away.
So, yeah, that's what's going on there. Michigan football coach Sharon Moore has been suspended for 2 games for his role in the Connor Stallions scouting investigation. The 2 games are not the first 2 games of the season. They are games 3 and 4. So, game 1 is against New Mexico. Game 2 is at Oklahoma. Then he will miss the Central Michigan game at home and at Nebraska. So, It's kind of a shot at Nebraska, isn't it?
I just like this is where you look at it. Not all right. Whatever was going on with the suspension, all right, that's cool. But this is when you look at the NCAA. You're like, come on, man, y'all a joke. Like I mean, nothing you do can be taken seriously. The NCAA is like the parent when you get suspended from school, but you can beat the parent home to steal the note out of the mailbox, or you know what I mean. The school has the house phone number, so they leave a message. You get home and delete the message before they get home.
You can't do that anymore.
You can't do that no
Kids
more.
don't have to save up.
It's all like email.
Yeah, they got all kind of ways to get to you now.
Well, it was easy to change grades on those report cards because they would give you a hard copy.
A hard copy, and you just had the little circle. Yeah.
But
Not that I did that.
That's the NCAA though. Like it's a joke. You know what I'm saying? So, anything they do, man.
Well, this was Michigan doing it. So
this was Michigan?
This is what Michigan did. So,
well, Michigan's a joke.
An off-season suspension that skips the first 2 games.
Yeah, like what are we doing?
I've
Why?
never seen that one before.
Why? What are we doing? What are we doing, dog? So you don't – that boy, they ain't something else. Something else. Where did they go, to Texas this year or Texas – where did they go this year, their first game of the season, Michigan?
New Mexico.
Oh,
and then at Oklahoma. So he'll coach those 2 games.
And it was apparently he played at Oklahoma. He was a guard at Oklahoma. So he gets to go back there and try to beat them. Come on, man. Yeah. Do what you will, Michigan.
I just like cherry picking the games that you can be suspended.
Yeah, I pick homecoming.
It's like you get suspended at school. What?
Yeah.
Like I'll be out next Friday and next Monday.
Yeah. How about that?
4-day weekend.
Yeah. And nobody knows. I'm sick at home. Get out of here, man. Clowns. It was like Babsy would say, you clowns.
To the right of me, clowns to the left of me. Yeah, so that's that situation.
That's silly, Michigan.
Scotty Scheffler won the PGA tournament over the weekend by 8 strokes. He finished 31 shots under par. That tied the record for the lowest 72-hole score in PGA tournament history.
I never can pick up on golf after the Masters. I go through like a dead period.
A lot of people just watch the majors.
Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe
you're not different.
All right.
What would it feel like to shoot 31 under par? Like, can you imagine?
No, I know what it feels like to shoot 31 over.
In 1 round.
Yeah, I mastered that one. I got that one locked in right
fully
there.
intended.
Yeah, buddy, I got that one now.
Speaking of,
we're going to golf tomorrow.
Yeah, Nashville Golf and Country Club.
We're going to golf
tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning.
9 a.m.
I know it's gonna be cold.
See, we established this on Friday. Yeah,
60 degrees is cold for golf, Kirby. I don't know what you're supposed
It's cold for her. This was another episode on Friday where he was trying to go through his calendar to figure out what day he was going to miss. Mm-hmm. So then Zeph was like wanting to take on the job as Slay's assistant for Slay America.
Oh, you don't want that. Slay America.
Hey, man.
You forgot about tomorrow?
No, I didn't know we were playing.
Yeah, just like 2 or 3 holes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't know what this deal is. I'm just doing what I'm told.
Yeah, that's cool.
We're supposed to do some promotional thing for the Zone Golf Tournament, which is June 9th.
All right.
So there will be crazy stuff on social media.
Let me make sure I got that on my calendar.
After we get done tomorrow at Nashville Golf. I played that one time. And that's where I told you that Rain Gibson from South Africa, he's still playing on the Corn Ferry Tour.
Oh, yeah.
After about 6 holes, he was like, you want me to fix that high fade that you got? And he called it some other things that I can't say on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, you used to play baseball, didn't you? I said, yeah. And he goes, yeah, all your weight is turning off your back foot. So, of course, the ball is going to sail. When you're talking about golf, he goes, you need to walk it down the fairway.
Ain't nobody told me nothing.
Which was a great visual.
I can't wait to see y'all swings.
I don't mind trash. I ain't swung a club in at least since the last golf.
Whenever
the Zone golf tournament.
Did we even play in that tournament, or did we ride around?
No, I rode around. Yep. Then I went to go take a nap.
Doing shots and hitting shots.
Had a great time.
So I don't have any idea what it would feel like to. 31 under par. Good Lord.
It's gonna be a time.
Or to win a tournament over professional golfers by 8 strokes.
Yeah, some people just get lucky.
It's not like Kirby beats us by 8 strokes. Like that's no big feat,
no, it's
right?
Golfers, yeah.
I don't know. Winnipeg took out St. Louis in an unreal Game 7 last night, 4-3 in the second overtime. Here's a stat for you. 2-goal comebacks in the third period to win a Game 7 in NHL history, okay? 2-goal comebacks in third period to win a Game 7 in NFL history. The first 100 years of the sport, 3 times it's happened. 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
In the last 2 days, it's happened twice.
Hey. Playoff hockey.
Does that mean, like everybody is a conspiracy theorist on these reels? You know? Like, is that a sign that the end of times is here?
Yeah. I doubt it. I doubt it.
There's a lot of weird stuff, man.
Trying to reel us in to make us watch.
Y'all are sending me videos of robots that are attacking people. And
Kirby said that one was old, so just the fact that it's out there. At some point, artificial intelligence.
I know. So Babs immediately is like, well, here we go. You know it's coming.
Yeah, our robot.
Get a dog? A dog? What?
The dog and the robot. There you go, Kirby.
How are we going to combat this whole robot overthrow thing that we got going?
Dogs will warn you.
They will?
Mm-hmm.
They know what a robot is?
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen Terminator.
That's where the line came from.
Oh. I don't remember that. Terminator 2, much better than the first one.
I mean, we're all
Judgment Day?
screwed. So.
Either way, any way you want to look at it.
That's a good way to end the segment. 3HL 615-737-1045.
Are your monthly bills keeping you up at night like they are me? You worried about your finances in these crazy times?
NHL playoffs, Jake said.
That's right. If you're like most people, you maybe have racked up a sizable amount on your credit cards, and those monthly payments not making a dent in it. That's what's keeping you up at night, making you tired during the day like me. Time to call Loan Pronto. You own a home, you have a super easy way to get tens or even hundreds of thousands in cash. Lots of options for helping you tap into the equity in your home, get the cash you need to get back on solid footing. Most homeowners who did this, homeowners who did this end up wiping out all of their credit card debt and cutting monthly expenses by $1,000. You know what? I'm just going to stop and apologize to Loan Pronto for this one. But I used Loan Pronto, and I really love them. And the owner, Roger Moore, is the best. So call him and let him help you. 615-499-5780. LoanPronto.com at 615-499-5780. LoanPronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Subject to lender approval, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
You can always tell when one of us has been out for 2 or 3 days, man. Welcome back, Babsy.
Back.
Brentwood Jewelry, BrentwoodJewelry.com, 7012 Church Street East, located in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. You're looking for exceptional style. The deals are exceptional. It's been happening every day for over 50 years, so no need stopping there. Helping getting the community back to where they need to be when it comes to engagement rings, watches, getting repairs, whatever it may be. And understand this about the watches. Brentwood Jewelry is Nashville's premier timepiece dealer for watches, whether it's pre-owned Rolexes, vintage, current models. Own a fine pre-owned Rolex for a fraction of the cost. Every watch has been meticulously serviced to ensure the highest level of performance, and it's presented with a 2-year warranty. So you want to look fly or you want to have something for every day. Either way, you go to BrentwoodJewelry.com and they'll get everything right there. Go in there for the physical location, 7012 Church Street East, BrentwoodJewelry.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone, broadcasting live from a Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa. We'd love to see you out here. We'll be here until 6 o'clock. We already mentioned Jake from Brentwood here. He's talking about tattoos. Yeah. Babs, that was a hell of a spot.
His tattoo?
No, your commercial.
Oh, yeah. Just got to get through. Listen, I've been up since 3 a.m. We flew back from the beach this morning.
Oh, okay.
I know. Kirby's like, we have no sympathy from you.
A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa is where you are. Certainly, Babs needs it. Gift cards available 24/7 instantly on the website at amomentspeace.com, or you can call 615-224-0770. The reason why I was slow is
you should just stop
it's
by.
It's like written out, so it kind of confused me there.
I know. Do you want me to take care of it?
615-224-0770. If you've got questions or special requests, you can always stop by, as Bab said.
And stop by right now. Hang out with us and. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
Or personal service in Cool Springs across I-65 from Galleria Mall at the intersection of Carruthers Parkway and Bakers Bridge Avenue.
Yes, we're all here, and so is Jake in Brentwood. So.
Yeah, you can meet Jake in Brentwood, who
he got Melissa a gift card. We're not like. Oh, he just rolled. He just rolled his eyes at me.
I mean, and she does listen, which is funny. She called him one day, and because he said, "I hope Mama's."
Sorry.
He goes, "I hope Mama's not listening." She called right in, and she goes, "Oh yeah, Mama's listening." But you were out that day.
I was out, but y'all played it for me.
She was hysterical.
Sorry, Jake.
Look, now he's gonna leave. You just sent him out of here.
Sorry. He said he's waiting for the text.
Dude, take it out of your back pocket, man.
He's got it in his back pocket, and he's sitting on it.
We're trying to help you, boy.
I can't even with boys.
I can't even with boys.
He don't want no help.
You smashed the bow. They made it so pretty, and now it's all flat.
They'll fluff it up. Bunch of fluff.
We'll never figure it out.
Hey, it's very
Never
true.
figure it out.
Hey, can I give a shout out?
Yes, shout outs presented by your mom and them here on 3HL.
Man, happy birthday to one of our 3HL minors that's growing up right in front of. Growing up right in front of us. Reagan, 13 years old today,
Reagan,
man.
Bubba and
Happy
Dixon.
birthday,
Bubba and
Reagan,
Dixon.
man. Yeah, 13, dog.
Dude.
It's crazy.
I remember her.
Yeah, she was just
Itty
tiny.
bitty coming to our live shows.
Oh, that's over with now, man. Happy birthday, Reagan.
She's a heck of an athlete, too.
Yes, she is. Clown.
Both those girls are. And
They're in the alley. That's right.
Bubba and Dixon, big Bama fan, but Reagan likes the Vols because of you.
Yeah, it's because Reagan understands life. How fine life is.
Speaking of the Vols, Tennessee baseball struggling, man. Can they regain their mojo in time for the postseason?
I think so. I think like we talk about this all the time. You would much rather be struggling now than just all of a sudden hit a wall. Then I think anything can happen. When you look at it, a lot of teams that have faltered going up and down. You know, what I mean, you still got 10 ranked in the top 25 when it comes to baseball. Yeah. So everybody's still holding water. It's just who learns and gets who's able to turn that corner to get going. Because we know the talent is there. They gotta put it together.
Remember
outside of Liam Doyle.
Remember when Vandy won the national title and they were struggling down the stretch and got run out of the SEC tournament. They had a little team meeting and then won the national title. But so they dropped 2 of 3 from Auburn at home this weekend. Tony V got tossed from Game 3 and it was hysterical. You knew it was coming. You could see him boiling in the dugout, and then they call a check swing strike. Check swing ball that ended up a walk, and then they end up scoring a run where that would have been out number 2 with nobody on base. Well, Tony V lost.
Yeah.
Tony V lost it. And he got his money's worth from the home plate umpire and then went to the third base umpire. He went to the second base umpire and did some kind of motion.
Check swing. He did a check swing motion.
Is that what it was? And then he goes to the first base umpire, and the Auburn guys, like the first base coach and the guy on first, were looking at Tony like he was crazy, and Tony was like, I don't know, and then pointed at the first base umpire, and then he kind of just dropped a chair on the field.
Like he didn't want to go too far.
He didn't throw it.
And it didn't go on the field, so it was like, I didn't throw anything on the field. I actually just dropped it in the dugout.
So speaking of Liam Doyle, they did get good news as he received just a 2-game suspension after being ejected from Game 2 against Auburn. Game 3 counted as the first game of his 2-game suspension. He should be good to go in his normal spot Friday against Vanderbilt. He's 7-2 with a 2.47 ERA, 112 strikeouts in just 65 and 2/3 innings. Definitely the alpha dog pitcher for Tennessee. But everybody was getting tossed. But Tony V, I don't know that I've ever seen an umpire before he left go to every umpire.
Yeah, everybody needed to get a piece of that right there.
Boy, and when he walked to the dugout, the last step before he went into the dugout, he looked back at that first base umpire, and it was clear what he said.
Mm-hmm. You deserve this, Mr.
And there was a big old F-U.
So
free you.
The officiating crew for this series, I think, was in over their head. So it started on Friday, obviously, with all the weather delays.
They never had control of it.
And, first off, I don't know why they started the game knowing what was coming. They let Liam Doyle go out there, pitch the top half of the inning, and then called the game or delayed the game, and basically took Liam Doyle out from being able to pitch the rest of the first game because once you stop the game that day, he can't come in the next day as a pitcher again.
But he did pitch in relief in game 2.
But he had to. So they instead. I mean, he only threw 20-something pitches.
Yeah.
So they brought him in game 2, which went to extras. It went all the way to the 11th inning. And the reason they won that is because he came in there and he held it steady. He did exactly what he probably would have done Friday night had they, not let him go out there and pitch top of the half an inning, ruin his availability for the rest of game 1.
So we did bring up this series on Friday, Babsy, that I was like, Zeph, man, you need to make that bet with Dawn again, where you can't use her saying go Vols anymore if Auburn beats Tennessee in the series. And he goes, I'm never making that bet again.
Yeah, I can't lose it. It's too risky. Thank you.
Boy, she is staring through you, dude.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you gotta get stared through.
It's too risky.
I've already bet it twice. I've lost it once. I don't know if I can lose again.
But now you're on the right side of it.
Now you're on the right side of it, and now you won't do it again.
Yeah, I did it twice.
I mean, talk about you know what.
Hey, that's called smart. That's called smart betting there. Because I
think I'm the liability today.
I like 3 a.m.
Yeah. This is a good Babs.
Matchbox 20 Babs.
This is great Babs.
Now I will say Auburn's turnaround in baseball has been very impressive.
They're a really good team.
Yeah.
I mean, look, 6 of the top 7 in the country are SEC teams.
Yes, but
and now Vanderbilt's ranked ahead of Tennessee going into that series this weekend.
Tennessee took a major tumble. They've lost 5 of their last 6 series.
Yeah, I know.
So they're tumbling.
That's what I'm saying. Can they get it going? You're the baseball fan.
I mean, the irony of this when he was updating me on the terribly crappy baseball games.
It's so weird. So
hey, 7-0 in the first inning. Zeph, nobody cares.
Yeah. So the funny thing about it is that series against Texas A&M, where Texas A&M was on a downslide after being the number 1 team in the country preseason. Tennessee comes out hottest start in program history, and Texas A&M ends up beating Tennessee that series, and it's like they flipped. Tennessee started getting more in their way. Texas A&M started playing a lot better baseball. Now Texas A&M is on the right track, and Tennessee's spiraling. So if there's anybody I trust to turn that around, is Tony Vitello.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, he turned the whole program around in less than 4 years. I would expect him to be able to get through a season of challenges and stuff. So, and with, like I told Slay on Friday, with the postseason in baseball, it's all about when you get hot. So, I mean, if they can turn it around now, have a good SEC tournament, have a good, regional and super regional, I feel like they can make a run, but they got to get on their horse, start turning it around.
3HL 104.5 The Zone, Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay. Breaking news out of the world of college football recruiting. Jared Curtis, some list as the number 1 quarterback in the country, on 3 does, has committed. It was between Georgia and Oregon, and the significance here is this kid plays at Nashville Christian.
Local.
Here in Nashville, and we've been following him for a long time. The 5-star quarterback out of Nashville Christian picks Georgia over Oregon.
Well, good for him. Way to go.
All right,
who
Slay.
cares? Yeah, who cares? But this is
Slay. He's local. We love our local guys.
But we love Ty Simpson too. But this is what I'm saying.
He's about ready to go for Alabama now.
It's a school right up the street too that would have loved to have you.
Well, I guess they better recruited him better.
Quarterback in the country.
Oh.
Faison, the other sites have.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, good job. Way to go. This is what I was gonna say. The quarterbacks though in the SEC, you were gonna hit on that.
We're gonna do it with Chris Lowe.
I'll wait then.
No.
Can't say no.
Well, now that you brought it up, at least
I still want to wait.
Okay.
The quarterbacks is gonna be fun to watch in the SEC this year. Last year I thought it was a little down last year.
I was talking with Low Dog about, hey, what do we want to talk about today? And so then he wrote out what I'm going to read, and then I sent it to you, and you were like, yeah, I'm all in. Let's go.
Yeah.
But this is what he wrote. We're going to talk about Sharon Moore in that situation. Also, intriguing and interesting, some of the unknowns this year at quarterback in the SEC. A lot of mega talented guys taking over as full-time starters, high-profile transfers, and guys who have waited their turn like Ty Simpson, who is finally getting his shot, and then a guy like Lenoris Sellers, who might be as close to a thing as we've seen to Cam Newton in the SEC. So we will talk with him at 5:20 about that. Again, broadcasting live from a Moment's Peace salon and day spa. We'll be here until 6 o'clock on 104.5 The Zone. Ferguson Home, they are the presenting sponsor of 3HL. We're so glad that they are. It's an incredible company, fergusonhome.com. Bring your vision to Ferguson Home where it all comes together. They've got locations all over. In Mount Jewett, the new location, absolutely beautiful store. In Providence Marketplace, also in Nashville at Powell Avenue. They've been there for a long, long time. In Murfreesboro, New Salem Road, West Dunbar Cave Road in Clarksville, Lovers Lane and Bowling Green. Visual Comfort and Company Lighting. Elevate your home with lighting that is timeless and beautiful. Luxury lighting with a timeless set of materials and expert craftsmanship. Check them out. If you are a homeowner creating your dream space, look no further than Ferguson Home. Ferguson Home has the best selection of bath, kitchen, and lighting for any of your home projects. Maybe you're not sure where to start and how to get to a beautiful finished product. Let Ferguson Home help. Book an appointment at your local showroom. Get firsthand knowledge and personalized experts to help you every step of the way. Bring your vision to Ferguson Home where it all comes together. FergusonHome.com. FergusonHome.com.
What's happening, y'all? PAI Medical, you should head on over there. Why not? Why wouldn't you want to feel and look better when you're walking past the mirror? You see that fuller, thicker head of hair up there, and you're like, yeah, that's me right there. Or you can see the little sunroof poking out and, you know, kind of resemble Homer Simpson. You can get all of that out of the way. 2025 can be that year for you if you go to PAI Medical. The number, you got to call them now, is 615-376-6010. We grow hair right here in Nashville for almost 30 years with proven solutions that work. No one else in Tennessee has the ARTIS robotic FUE procedure, and We Grow Hair's high-density hair transplants that give you 2 times more hair in just one procedure. And a fast 45-minute laser treatment and PRP treatments for men and women, not just one, either one. I promise you, you can see anybody walking in there, men or women, and getting it done to grow that hair back so you can get more confident. Backed by the only company that you'll trust in thinning hair. Call them right now, 615-376-6010, and get you a free consultation right now at WeGrowHair.com.
Good evening. It's 5:01. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from A Moment's Peace Salon in baseball. In NFL news today, the Ravens have officially released kicker Justin Tucker. Tucker was accused of inappropriate behavior by 16 massage therapists from 8 different Baltimore spas and wellness centers. All the alleged incidents occurred during the sessions between 2012 and 2016. Tucker, an 8-time All-Pro, 7-time Pro Bowler, has the highest career field goal percentage in NFL history. Ravens Executive Vice President and General Manager Eric DeCosta put out a statement saying, "Sometimes football decisions are incredibly difficult, and this is one of those instances. Considering our current roster, we have made the tough decision to release Justin Tucker." In local football news, 5-star quarterback Jared Curtis out of Nashville Christian has officially committed to Georgia. He chose the Dogs over Oregon and is ranked as the #1 quarterback in the 2026 class in several of the recruiting sites. For your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope all is well. You can reach us, 615-737-1045. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
F&M Bank Chat is open as we broadcast live from A Moment's Peace, Salon and Day Spa, momentspeace.com. You can print out a gift card there and take care of all your gifting responsibilities, or you can come by and see us and chat with one of their gift concierges here that will give you the proper advice on what to do.
Just our favorite 9U baseball player, Will.
Yeah.
Came in and, I probably shouldn't be saying that.
Yeah, but there are a lot of Wills out there.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out, Lil Will.
I'm like ruining everybody's Mother's Day.
Or making them very happy, like getting excited. You could be getting excited too.
Sorry.
There she is. She's Babsy Davenport.
What up, Babsy?
This has been up since 3 a.m., Babsy.
God, my brain just isn't working. I hope I didn't ruin a mommy's gift
See,
there.
the beauty and the curse of that for me is that it never works, so there's never expectation for it to work. Slay Dog's here.
I'm in the building. Can't get too loud, though. Because of the building that we're in.
You're in the peaceful building.
Yeah,
correct.
tranquility.
You have
here.
to take it down a notch.
Serenity now.
Hey, what up, though?
They literally tried to close the door of the room that we're in.
They
but
always do.
But they can't do it.
No, we blow the doors off the hinges when we come in. Those
Yeah.
doors have been removed.
We kind of do. 615-737-1045. You want in. Chris Lowe coming up at 5:20. And we'll talk about
CeeLo.
SEC quarterbacks. What's new
Yes.
in that world.
I can't wait to. It's going to be more exciting this year than I thought
NBA
last year was.
NBA games coming up tonight. What are you thinking here? A couple of big spreads. Celtics and Knicks start their series. Celtics an 8.5-point favorite at home, 6 o'clock on TNT. And then the nightcap, Nuggets at Thunder. Thunder, it started at 9. It's up to 10.5 in game one. Thunder's good.
Thunder,
This is in. Hot take.
Yeah, the Thunder are good, and it's because of their defense. It's iffy, man, on this one right here because it's game one. They're playing in OKC. The crowd is going to be crazy, but OKC has been off for quite some time because they swept through the first round. Nuggets coming off game 7 where they had to go and fight to get it. Guys stepped up for them, so I'm not sure what they have in the tank. Not like it's just a whole long way to travel or anything. You're just going to Oklahoma City coming from Denver. I mean, it shouldn't be too bad. But being on the road like that, man, is different. Sleeping in your own bed is a little different than that. So,
But you
we'll
think the time off might affect Oklahoma City?
yeah, I think you come out a little rusty or you come out a little anxious and jumpers don't fall usually like they do. It takes a minute to settle into the series, especially against a new team. You come out playing and studying the team like like the back of your hand, and all of a sudden you got to switch. So,
Well, now I need to lean in on the Nashville's premier hockey expert. for tonight's game one. Florida at Toronto. Florida a minus 125 favorite on the road in Toronto.
Let me see, man. Florida a favorite on the road.
Wait, why are you laughing?
Yeah, what's so funny about that?
This is serious business.
Yeah, what's funny?
Give me the number of minutes of hockey you have watched of the Florida Panthers.
This year?
This year.
This year.
You want to specify?
Yeah, because I need to know. Because
last year you watched a lot.
Accumulated a lot.
Because the number's very different.
Now you got it's different. So for me, what you gotta take into account is hearing it or seeing it. Which one are you asking?
It actually might help if you don't watch, right?
Wait, what do you mean hearing it?
Because I've had it on, and I've been in the kitchen.
Okay. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
So I'll say probably about 2-3 minutes.
Okay, what about of all time?
All time life?
Florida.
Oh, listen.
Wait,
I'm gonna be real with you.
It's the Florida what?
Panthers.
Okay.
I know this.
There we go.
I said it.
No, yeah, and then don't my guy own them for the Detroit Pistons and the Detroit Shock?
I have no idea.
I think so.
Is that why you're going with Florida?
No, I'm telling you why I watched it in the past. This was probably about 4 or 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? When I was trying to see if I think the Detroit Shock or something won the championship, and then I was like, dang, that'd be kind of cool if Florida was going to win it, you know, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
But I'm going with Florida.
Listen, you
on the road.
answered my question.
Yeah, on the road.
Gotcha. Florida on the road. Okay.
Listen, Babs, it don't matter how I answer it, it's just how I get to it.
Vincent
Sometimes that's more
Viola
important.
is the owner of the Florida Panthers.
Yeah, who else is he on?
I don't know, but he is an entrepreneur and philanthropist and veteran of the United States Army.
See, that's what I'm
he lives
saying.
in Brooklyn, New York.
And they going where? To Canada?
Yeah, Toronto.
Come on, dog. You know who I'm around with. I'm going with the vet, the U.S. vet. Like, why would I go against America? Who else would I go with?
Vincent graduated from West Point.
Come on, man. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
Yeah,
Do you want to know what he's worth?
Trump nominated him
$17
for
billion.
United States Secretary of the Army before withdrawing from consideration.
$6.2 billion.
That was a little off.
But by the way, he does not own whatever else you thought
Dang.
he owned.
He must have sold it.
But E for effort.
Yeah, the guy must have sold. He must have sold one a couple
You
of
sounded smart for a second.
I mean, listen, Babs. Sometimes
Until we started investigating.
wrong.
Hey man, I just told y'all earlier. Inky told you the mind can make
That's right.
mouth can make the mind believe anything.
Inky, this is all your fault.
Yeah, I'm going to Florida, man. Put your money on it. Don't money line though.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it too. I ain't gonna leave. Listen, one thing I ain't gonna do is leave y'all out.
There you go.
Florida money line, huh?
I'm gonna go out there with y'all.
Okay. He's also the co-owner of St. Elias Stables and co-owner.
That's what I was thinking. The Derby.
Yes, co-owner of the 2017 Kentucky Derby winner, Always Dreaming.
Come on, see Zeb. Now you putting your little hands up in the air. How would I know that if I don't know my stuff?
His little hands.
Yeah, he put them up. I'm telling y'all, listen. I ain't here to fool y'all. I'm here to rescue y'all. LaRon, before you come home, can you bring milk and a poster? Lord knows.
Michael Jordan
I don't know what LaRon is trying to do.
Milk and a poster.
I guess so. And milk. What is the milk? The milk is for cereal. I know that.
That is a strange request.
It is.
So anyway, this is where we are with NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs. What are you guys?
I haven't bet in a week. Some days.
I love how impressed we all are.
Some days. I've been sidetracked.
7 days, like you're keeping up with it.
7 whole days.
But you're betting Florida.
I am now. I'm getting back in it.
All it took.
Oh, this how you know.
How do I know what?
Double your winnings. 100% profit boost. They start giving you stuff like this when you ain't betting a long time.
Is that right?
Oh, my gosh. You stay off of it for about 3 or 4 days.
I never
You
looked
get
at
all
those
kind of-
things. I have like a whole bar of.
Well, I'm in
Prop.
on them. I'm in on them, yo.
Okay.
I ain't had a deposit bonus in a while.
So at this point, rookies will be on the field Friday and Saturday. But in terms of sports viewing, what do you guys do now? It's
Me?
Yeah. College baseball, your NBA playoffs. for
And
sure.
college baseball. I'm about to go in the SEC tournament here soon. And softball.
Apparently you turn on the NHL, but you don't watch it.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to, you know what I mean, get your mind wrapped around it before you actually see it. Anybody?
Nope.
Okay.
I will say this, man. Games.
I do love how you sell it, though. I love how you sell
Well, he
it.
sells himself. Which
Yes,
makes it, you know what I mean?
yeah. Like he's pounding his own credibility.
I'll
here.
say this, man.
Hi, War Eagle.
Hey, see?
Look, I got a present.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Look what I did.
War Eagle, my
Look what
friend.
I brought in,
How
man.
are you?
I'm good. I'm Chef Brandon Bones.
Chef Brandon.
Is there food in there?
I want the chicken challenge with you falling off the bone. There's a contact on there.
Chicken.
Man,
Look
give
at
me the
you.
contact
I
now.
was seeing if there was food.
Let
in
me get
that
the
bag.
contact, Babs.
I didn't know that I could, because I knew we were in a salon.
Hey, man, look, food trumps everything.
And keep in mind, I'm with Icon Entertainment. That is Skulls. That's House of Cards.
Skulls.
Hey.
House of Cards.
What did I come back brag?
Hey,
I
you
came
guys-
back bragging about House of Cards. House
You
of
guys
Cards
realize
is
we're on
phenomenal.
the air here, right?
Tell your buddy
Yeah.
Blaine Bishop, who was at House of Cards last night.
I love it.
Give him your
I love it.
microphone.
Yeah, I love it. Get in here. Hold on. Get
We're
in
on
there.
the air.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
House
we're,
of
we're
Cards.
live right now. Come on.
I told people I went like 2
Okay.
or 3 years ago.
Yes.
It's phenomenal.
I
did say
remember
that.
you
great
talking
time. Like
about
we need
it.
to go as a show.
All right, so
Let's
We
do
need to
it.
go as a show, dog.
Chef Brandon Bones,
Yes, sir.
Icon, and what are
And
the
clearly the
properties again?
smartest guy ever because he has an Auburn shirt on. Just pointing it out.
He does
Just
have an
pointing it
Auburn
out.
First off, I want to say this is a therapeutic show.
Oh, awesome, man.
I love that.
And
'Cause we need it.
And me and my daughter got you a banner that is from the 50-yard line of the Iron Bowl that Bo Nix won when we rushed the field.
Oh
What?
my goodness!
Shut up.
That's dope.
out.
Let
I
us
want
see,
to talk more
Babsy.
about food.
No, you just hold
yeah,
on
I mean,
over
you
there.
have to-
What?
He's a hold your horses.
Definitely, I've been with the House of Cards.
Oh,
front
look
of
at
the house,
this.
front of the staff
Hey.
for a while. Look at there.
Oh, that's too
Look.
tough.
Turn it around for CJ.
Oh, sorry, CJ. Here you go, Ecky Bob. Look at this. All our zone TV people can see it. That's awesome. Look, it's got the wear on it.
That's tough.
How cool is it? Oh, poor husband going in the game room,
Hey, man,
baby.
come on,
I
Vols.
was,
I'm
I
gonna
was
need y'all
doing
to
that
step up.
snow angel on the 50-yard line when that happened. So
That is awesome.
Hey, that's a
Thank
heck of a
you.
gift right there, man.
That is very cool.
Brandon, if I order a filet,
Thank
what
you.
temperature would you recommend?
oh, shoot, you can walk it down the hall and whisper to it. For me, I'm a rare guy.
Yeah.
But of course, Chef.
Bloody.
You can walk.
We have,
What
we,
is-
we have the best chef in all of Nashville. It's Brian LaRue, understudy to Gordon Ramsay's original sous chef, and the magic aspect of House of Cards throws this menu under the radar. This is one of the strongest menus. I've worked for many
So let's talk
restaurants,
about that.
which I think I might have waited on you at the Palm before.
Love the palm. Yep.
So back in the day when
Yep.
it was popping, Morton's and all that, back when that was the
Bar
the
bites.
Hainsworth and Bullock spot to go.
Bar
Oh,
bites,
yeah.
baby.
Albert
Yep.
Hainsworth would eat a fillet like it was a tic-tac.
Oh yeah.
2 bar seats.
Yeah,
I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
He was there, of course, with the whole Texas crew and all that.
Yeah.
But and also Skulls. I mean, we win so many things, but the thing is our owner. Our owner is Bill Miller,
Okay.
out of California, best friends of Johnny Cash.
Hey,
so
there
he
we
has
go.
that going on. Also, very close friends to the Sinatra family. We have Sinatras of Nashville as well.
Man.
Yes.
I went there
Okay.
on
And I'm
like
not-
opening
yeah.
weekend.
I ain't been to schools of
Oh,
Sinatra,
it's-
but I need
yeah.
to
Well,
go.
I'm not
Sinatra's
here on
awesome.
biz. I will plug my people for it. I'll celebrate Mom right here.
Yes.
But
I just
there's a
asked,
con. Yes,
I
sir.
asked you that question because I was told by multiple chefs, like medium rare.
Yeah, most
If
definitely.
if you cook it longer than that, we look at it funny.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
going
most
medium.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, I
You're
need to hear,
ruining it.
you need to hear
Yeah.
it moo a little bit,
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
we like to say.
Now y'all gotta look at me funny.
No.
I
You
gotta
got
go
it,
medium.
you got
I
it.
gotta
We
go
have-
medium. Medium is there.
We have the best sea bass, elk. We have all this huge,
Elk.
amazing menu. But the fact is that even past Magic Castle in Beverly Hills, which is where our general manager Joey Martinez came from, he
Okay.
came from Magic Castle in this big Magic community, and he came to Nashville to do the House of Cards. We've
Yeah.
only been open 7 years. We're number 1 in the world for this
Dude,
at this point. If you
7
haven't done,
years,
if you
huh?
haven't done
How have we not done it 7
Magic
years?
Castle in
I
LA,
don't know.
it's hard. It's a private place.
Yeah.
So you can't get in there. But
Yeah.
you could always come down to the House of Cards. The food's going to be amazing. But the thing is that, I mean, it's like The
It's an
magic.
event.
The magic is unbelievable. And price of your entrees inclusive with the ticket to the
Yeah.
show. But I'm going to talk to my people and my restaurant director. We would love to have y'all come in there.
Hey, man.
And hey, man,
Book
flays
us.
on me, my man.
Man, book
Yeah,
us.
you've got the number on
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Okay, well, say no more.
I'm going to let y'all get back to doing the Lord's work. God bless
Yeah,
you all.
man. Hey,
Doing
guys,
the Lord's work.
I'm
War
telling y'all.
Eagle.
I'm telling y'all, man. Like
Thank you.
that was one of the greatest experiences. Not only because of the food was phenomenal, but the service, the bartender,
experience.
like like your table is an experience.
Right.
So they come around, they'll do tricks, but to get to the tricks, you
I
got to go
remember you
through them
saying
running through the menu with you, and they tell everything. When you leave your table, you can go to the bar and get a drink if you don't want to wait. That's a whole experience. Like
Yeah.
we had a table
I
that was
remember you
actually
talking
sitting at the
about
bar,
it.
like talking to the bartenders, talking to other people, fraternizing. Then you leave there, and then you go to the magic room for the magic show. Like this show is it's an event.
This is
a
3
whole.
Hotel. We're going.
This is a 4-hour experience. I'm telling you, like
Brandon,
no joke.
Yes, sir.
Thanks
no
for
joke.
coming, man.
Certainly.
That's an
Appreciate
awesome-
that, man.
This is
And
an
on my
awesome
way out, I
gift.
want to
Thank
plug
you.
my mom, Jenny Phillips, back in Bay Minette, Alabama.
Oh.
And she just lost her mom last year. Was one of the biggest Auburn fans you ever see. We call my mom cover 2. She can read the defense.
Oh,
She can play
I love
around.
that.
Aw,
But,
I
but
love
definitely
it.
my daughter, who you look around for Chef Sophie
Chef Sophie.
Piper.
Gotcha.
There's a potential Sophie's Kitchen that will be opening in the potential Brentwood area.
Uh-oh.
My daughter's 17. I'm Irish
17?
Cherokee. Her mom's from Kenya. She is this beautiful cultural mix who you do not mess with in the kitchen.
Yeah, but I know
You
it's
gotta
serious.
take care.
Appreciate
Been an
you,
honor.
buddy.
Been an honor.
Appreciate it, man.
So we're gonna call this number and set up a reservation, man. And tell
It's already done. He left.
see, that's what I'm talking. Now that's an experience.
He said
right
it's
there.
already done. Walked out.
Chef Bones ain't coming through here playing, man. Appreciate you, my brother. Get on over here, man. Get in here and get a flick with us, man. Yeah, y'all slide in, man.
Well,
Get in with
why don't we
Chef
just
Bones.
break and then we can take a
All right, let's get out of here, y'all.
Yeah. All right. Chris Lowe coming up next. 3
Gotta talk about some food.
All right, I want to tell you about Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. Maybe you know you need new windows and doors. You know you need to do it before the summer, right? Maybe help out your cooling bills. You might be surprised to learn how affordable replacement windows are from Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. Affordable and the best quality out there. How about this? Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville celebrating 100 years in business right now. Yep, this year, 100 years in business. So what does that tell you? That tells you that they're doing things right. Now, I've been telling you about the Dawn deal. April is over, so now we're talking about the May offer. 50% off qualifying installations and 0% APR for 36 months. You can ask for details, but just tell them, I want the Dawn deal, whatever that is, and they'll take care of you. They took care of us and did our windows and doors, and it was a phenomenal experience. 615-249-1910. Schedule a free consultation. Check out that offer, that Dawn deal, online at PellaNashville.com.
Bart Durham Injury Law. Let me give a shout out to Blair Durham, man. Somebody that's always working behind the scenes, always doing great things in the community. A lot of times they don't get shown, but you can go and support that. How? By going to Bart Durham Injury Law. First, go give him a follow at Bart Durham Law so you can keep up with the things that's happening in the community and the events that he's holding. And understand why he's been fighting for the community, because he's a part of the community. Now, you know how life can change in an instance when a car wreck can happen. It can throw everything off, whether it be your job, your bills, your peace of mind, any of those things. That's when you need good friends like you got at Blair over at Bart Durham Injury Law. And he comes with a team. It's not solo. So make sure you store this number in 615-242-9000. That is the number to have a team fighting for you that's been helping Tennessee for years. You ready to get the fight done? Call BDIL. 615-242-9000. Any questions, they're there to answer 24/7 at Bart Durham Injury Law.
day. If something's to keep it, whatever.
HL 1045 The Zone, Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay, A Moment's Peace, Salon and Day Spa. Momentspeace.com, right, Babsy?
That's right. And don't screw up Mother's Day or birthdays or any of that. Just, come here and get a gift card, because this is the thing about A Moment's Peace. Like, maybe you're like, oh, well, my mom isn't a spa person. First of all, she probably would be if you gave her a gift card to the spa here at Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa. But also, they have a million different things. So they have massages, they have facials, they do manicures, they do pedicures. There's also a hair salon here in the salons, in the spa. So if she wants to get her hair done, anything, they have it. They have more in-depth facials. The Hydra facial is amazing. So whoever you get a gift card for, they can utilize it for whatever they want. So come see our friends here at A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa, and make sure you don't screw up Mother's Day.
Or check them out online at momentspeace.com/mom. Let's go to Chris Lowe, who joins us now as he does every Monday from ESPN.com. Chris, what's up? How are you?
I'm great. It's always good to be with you guys on a Monday.
I really enjoyed your idea to talk through some of the quarterbacks in the SEC, because there's been some turnover, some high-profile guys that'll be taking over. Interesting storylines throughout. But I want to start with a guy that you mentioned, and we've been talking a lot about, Lenora Sellers at South Carolina. It was crazy to watch the growth and the development of that guy throughout the year, and I'm not sure that even the head coach at SEC Media Days knew what he had in that guy.
No, but I tell you, I talked to Shane Beamer the year before that. He felt like that Sellers had a chance to be special. But, no, I don't think he had any clue that when they got to the end of the season, he was one of the better quarterbacks in the country. I say this with reservation, having covered the SEC for a long time. And I'm just talking about physically right now. I'm not saying he is this guy or he's
6'3", 240 for people that don't know.
But he looks to me as close to anybody we've seen in the conference at that position since Cam Newton. That size, just the impossible to get on the ground. Just can't tackle him. You think you've got him dead to right in the backfield, and you just don't think how that 6'3", 242 can move like that, has feet the way he does, and he just sheds tacklers. And, boy, you watch that last run against Clemson for the touchdown. Boy, he stuck his foot in the ground. Is Slay there with us today? Are you there, Slay?
I'm right here, Slow. I'm in the building.
So I'm going to say something you're going to love. He stuck his foot in the ground and planted and made a beeline to the middle of the end zone. There were a couple of guys for Clemson there that made business decisions. They didn't stick their head in there.
Yeah.
And
you better with that size coming at you.
Yeah. So we'll see how much better he gets as a passer, how much polished he gets as a passer. But, I've already talked to some pro people, and if he does continue to develop, throwing the football and being on time, throwing in tight windows, I mean, at that kind of size and ability,
yeah,
the NFL people love it.
Yeah, that's what was so remarkable about him last year, was that just incredible growth during the season, and really provides us with an interesting storyline. Like, what do we see from year 1 to year 2? Because so many coaches say that's the big jump year for a lot of guys. But we'll see. Arch Manning at Texas. I mean, Quinn Ewers gone, which, by the way, he ends up in the 7th round, which Greg Cosell warned us about all draft process.
Not a surprise.
And so, he lost a lot of money by not going into the portal. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But what do you anticipate from Arch Manning in Texas? And does the offense change a little bit to utilize that athletic ability that he has?
Oh, yeah, no question. I mean, you're not going to see it just overhauled, but you're certainly going to see them do what he does best. I mean, he can run the football, big arm. To me, Arch Manning and DJ Lagway, DJ has played a little bit more than Manning, but those two kids are both, again, first-round talents, no question. Arch has been on campus more than DJ. DJ's first year was last year. But you're seeing in both cases, those teams are handing the keys to the offense over them full-time for the first time next year. Lagway played when Mertz got hurt. Arch played a couple of games last year. Didn't really do anything the year before. So we're going to see those two guys. And I know pro scouts, fans, media types like me can't wait to see what Arch does, knowing it's his offense. Everybody knows it's his offense, tailoring it around him. Same with Lagway of Florida. I know there was concern about his throwing shoulder. Napier said a few weeks ago he's back. He's throwing, should be good to go by the 1st of August. So those are two other guys, when you look at the intrigue around that position in this conference, that I think, without question, are going to play a long time.
CeeLo, what about Garrett Nussmeier, man? I've been out on him. I'm not a believer. I mean, and I wasn't a believer in Jaden Daniels right away, like everybody was in the offseason. What is it, you know what I mean, with you watching him that makes you think that he's going to take that leap and be that guy?
Yeah, he's got the best stat numbers coming in, and he's a guy that waited his turn. You know, there are a lot of people probably who would have transferred. He did, waited his turn, had a big year last year. I think consistency, Slay. That's what people want to see out of him, to be in every game. I don't care who they're playing. You know, the team that they should beat by 40, or Bama or anybody else, that he is that guy every game. And, you know, they went out and got him some weapons. You know, they went out and got Barry Brown, who was a terrific player, and a guy who can also hurt in special teams from Kentucky. And I think maybe the guy that we're forgetting about, when I say we, all of us, who's changing address, is outside the quarterback position, who is going to be a big factor, is Nick Anderson from Oklahoma. He was hurt a ton at Oklahoma, but he's big. He's a tough target, tough matchup, can run. So I think Nussmeier's got a couple guys there that they brought in at the receiver position. Now, he loses both of his tackles, Slay. Both those guys are going to be playing in the pros next year. One of them, Will Campbell, was a top 5 pick at left tackle. But I think if he can play a little bit more consistently, then he certainly has the tools to be another guy that will be a first-round pick.
Yeah. All right, DJ Lagway, Florida. How different can they be offensively? And this is a big year for the head coach down there.
Yeah, and you know what? DJ Lagway, to me, sort of crystallized what happened with that program last year. You know, he clearly believes in Billy Napier. You know, you never heard any talk about he was going to leave or transfer. He came to Florida, you know, after Florida had not had a lot of success on the field. You know, so he believed in the program, believed in Billy Napier. And I think because of that, you saw them bring in some other people around him. He's another guy. Physically, you know, I hate to use this word because people say we're not supposed to use it anymore, but he's just sort of a freakish kind of guy. He's big, he's strong, he can throw the football. He's tough like Sellers. He's not quite as big as Sellers, but pretty close. He's tough to get on the ground. And here's the thing, he's got some experience. He played at some big stages last year. You think back to the Tennessee game, Mertz gets hurt, Lagway comes in, leads him down the field there at the end of the regulation to tie it. I still believe had Florida gone for 2, they win that football game. Because Tennessee's defense was on its heels. That stadium had gone deathly quiet. They didn't. They tied it up. And fortunately for Tennessee dominated overtime and won. But he's just that kind of guy. He's got that it factor to him. People rally around him. There's just so many guys like him that at that position this league. I mean, to me, like Taylor Green at Arkansas is maybe the most underrated.
Yeah.
I think year 2 with him under Bobby Petrino and offense, he will not make as many mistakes as he did last year. And maybe the most compelling storyline is Tennessee. Everybody, you know, you had Nico's going to be your second-year starter. He's going to be a lot better, a lot more consistent. He's gone. By the way, what did Josh tell you guys? It's not the Nico Iamaleava situation. It's the Joey Aguilar situation.
That was such a great quote. I was telling Babs.
Great line.
She wasn't there, but I had to ask the question, right? Because he hasn't done much media since that and really the only media he did was the orange and white game. And so I had to ask the question. He knew it was coming. And so he allowed me to finish what I was saying. And I said, you know, however I said about the Nico situation, and he fired back that line about, let's call it the Joey Aguilar situation, which I thought was great. That went everywhere.
He's moved on. The program's moved on. Now we'll see how it all shakes out. I'll say this, though. Jake Merklinger I think there was some in his camp. There was some thought given to maybe jumping into the portal. He didn't. To his credit, he's going to stay. He's going to compete. He knows that offense. Joey's going to have about 3 months to jump in there and get to know his teammates. And he's played, and been a starter for 2 years. So I don't know that I absolutely just point the finger at Joey Aguilar and say he's definitely going to be Tennessee starter. I think Merklinger will have something to say about that, and we'll see what happens, with McIntyre. He doesn't have the experience. He just needs to get bigger and stronger physically. And I don't know that he's physically ready to jump out there and play quarterback in the SEC. But we always talk about quarterback battles in the preseason, and rarely are there real battles anymore. Typically it's decided. Tennessee will be a place this preseason where there will be a legitimate quarterback battle.
Which will be fun. Let's talk about Vanderbilt. What a year and what a boost of energy Diego Pavia gave them last year. And credit to Dawn in the offseason before last year. She was like, I think Jerry Kill is going to make a big difference here. And I think that's definitely true. But they'll always have the win over number 1 ranked Alabama with Pavia. He's back for his 6th year. They did struggle down the stretch. I'm curious,
I don't think he was healthy either, right?
Right, exactly. And I know you'll jump into that, but as we're talking quarterbacks, but we were talking about this the other day. Was that a one-off thing for Vanderbilt, or is Clark Lee building something there?
I had a chance to spend a whole day with Clark and a lot of folks in that program a few weeks ago when I did the piece on just that very question you just asked me. Could they do what really Vanderbilt has never really been able to do in football, and that's sustained success?
Yeah.
So they did win back-to-back 9 under James when he was there. And looking at the way he's built that, the way Clark has built it, the way he is, just look at his staff. I think when you look at the experience, the way he's mixed in different people from different styles, that to me says, and I had a chance to talk to Diego at length when I was there, and he told me, he said, I think it's the best coaching staff in college football when you look at everybody and where everybody's come from. Tim Beck, coached forever, in small school football and had all sorts of success.
Yep.
And Vandy has done what they needed to do. You're not going to line up at Vanderbilt and out Alabama, and out Georgia. You're just not going to do it. You've got to be good on special teams. You've got to take care of the football. You've got to be able to possess the football and manage the game. Hugh Freeze, Dawn's buddy, told me that nobody in the SEC managed the game better last year than Vanderbilt, that they played. Now, they beat Auburn, and certainly they beat Alabama too, but he said the way they manage the game is masterful. And you know what? When you got getting back to Diego, when you've got a guy like that who makes plays happen, who makes people around him better. And Dawn, you're right. Clark told me when I was there, he said, we didn't want to make a big deal of it, but he wasn't close to 100% down the stretch last year. And that affected him. It impacted what they could and couldn't do on offense. Now, you got to stay healthy. That's part of it. But I do think, Brent, to answer your question, if he stays healthy, and they continue to play as efficiently as they did last year, then I absolutely think they got a chance to be a team that has a winning record again. Will they win 11 or 12 games? I mean, I don't know that that's ever realistic. But I can promise you, if you ask Diego and you ask Clark, you ask everybody else on that team, that's certainly what they're shooting to do, to be a team that tries to play its way into the playoff.
Chris Lowe with us from ESPN.com. We only have a couple minutes, but there are 2 quarterbacks these guys want to hit you with.
Well, first, Jackson Arnold. Speaking of my guy Hugh, and Auburn ponied up to pay him too. He got about that $4 million number that Nico wanted, right?
I don't think he got that much. He got enough, as Ed Ogeron once said, he got enough to afford a few cheeseburgers, I would say. Remember when Ed said that when he got fired and got the buyout? But to me, there are 2 guys changing addresses this year. Mateer going to Oklahoma, and then Arnold Jackson leaving Oklahoma and going to Auburn, who I think being in different scenes, different environments, different offenses. Mateer was outstanding last year, could really run the football, more of a dual threat. Arnold just lost his confidence. I talked to Jackson while I was there in Auburn. It just wasn't a fit, and you could tell. I don't know if it was so much he lost his confidence they lost their confidence in him. They benched him pretty early, I think the Tennessee game, pretty early in the season, and it just never was the same. There's a reason, though, coming out of high school, he was one of the top-rated high school quarterbacks.
Five-star player.
He was right there in the top 3 or 4. Another guy who can move around, extend the play, big arm. I know in talking to the receivers on that team, Cam Coleman, some of the guys who've worked with him since he got there, big believers in him. And he's worked very hard to ingratiate himself to everybody on the team, offensively and defensively. And that makes a big difference when you're coming in after being somewhere else for a couple of years and they're plugging you right in to play quarterback.
CeeLo, real quick, Nashville local Marcel Reed, who's taking over. He already kind of took over, but he left a lot to be desired, man, by the way he finished up the season. What's your thoughts on him coming into the season?
Well, he got thrown in the fire pretty early, too. I was at that Florida game when he came into the game and really sort of led A&M to that win, their first big win there on the road against Florida. And I think a lot of it, Slay, man, is, again, until you are the guy all year long in that league, it's difficult, man. You just sort of got to take your bumps. You got to take your bruises. They know more now what he can do, what he can't do. I think they will tailor what they do on offense more to him. And I do think he'll play better. They're going to need him to play better. They're going to need to play better, period. But they also got to play better around him, which, number one, they got to be able to run the football and not put him in situations where defenses can load up and come after him. So I do think probably he was thrown in the fire, I won't say too early, but he was. And sustaining that over the course of the year in the SEC when you really haven't played is really difficult.
I love these off-season discussions with you as it's always college football season here on 3HL, but taking a look at 2025 and breaking it down early. Appreciate you, Chris. Good stuff, man.
All right. See you guys. Take care.
All right, at CeeLo ESPN. When we come back, I think Reese and Laura are going to invade our airwaves. That's next, 3HL 104.5 The Zone. I want to tell you about my friends at Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Daniel Gupton and his crew ready to help you out. Just let them know what you're looking for. Maybe you need something with a little more size. Maybe you need a third row. Maybe you need something with better gas mileage. Maybe you need something a little less expensive. Whatever your needs are, just let them know. They'll point you in the right direction. They have an incredible inventory of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, Jeeps, anything you might be looking for. They'll be able to help you out. Again, point you in the right direction. Go take your test drive. Go inside. They will help make the numbers work, and it'll be that easy. Check them out online. GuptonMotors.com is the website. All the dealership information is there. Address, phone number, inventory that they have. Tremendous selection of pre-owned vehicles. Have the new rides as well. Deals they have going on right there online, GuptonMotors.com. Employee pricing plus on most all new Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram vehicles until June 2nd. Not on every vehicle, but most of them. So just ask them, and they'll be able to, again, point you in the right direction. 3450 Tom Austin Highway in beautiful Springfield, Tennessee. Just 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. Best vehicle buying experience you will ever had. That's Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
What's happening, fellas? The summer has arrived. It's getting closer and closer. It's knocking at your door, so it's time for gatherings, time for friends and family activities and holidays. But how are you going to keep up with the low testosterone levels that are draining your energy? The answer, TRT with Low T Center. Now, the competition, there is none. I'm telling you, Low T goes out and get the job done. They got free services. Now, check this out. There's never been a better time to start TRT than right now with a free medical consultation and free T-tests. Best thing about it, with on-site labs to process your test quickly. If you qualify, you can start treatment that day. It's real easy. You got so many locations, one right here in Brentwood, one in Hendersonville. Get on over there. Low T Center gives you the power to take control of your health. And also, know this, the weight loss, you got that in there too. For those guys looking to lose a few pounds, Low T Center has got that covered too. With prescription weight loss, if you start with the weight loss, now you receive a free B12 shot on the same day. Makes it real simple. LowTCenter.com is what you need to head to. LowTCenter.com. Welcome back into 3HL right here on 104.5 The Zone, rocking and rolling on a great Monday, coming to you fresh off the weekend. A lot of people wondering, what's going on today? Well, we got you covered as the music just fades out quickly. Great job, Smiley.
I was smelling candles. That's where I was. The one that I liked, I let Bab smell it. She's like, nah.
I didn't like it.
What was it?
I didn't hate it.
What was the flavor?
I didn't love it.
There's not a flavor written on it. I didn't know what it was. Like there's one warm cookie or something below it, but it's like too much.
So it was
you know what I mean?
I like warm cookie.
Then there was one that smelled like a pina colada, which made me think of the beach.
Give me anything vanilla.
I'm the same way. I don't know. They
I like lavender.
I like lavender too.
I'm not a lavender guy.
Are you Reese and Laura guy?
I have a choice.
Depends on the day.
For you, it does. That's definitely true. Reese and Laura in South Central Kentucky up there in Bowling Green. We usually start with Laura. Is that what's happening now? Laura, you with us?
Yes, I'm with you.
What you got going, sister?
Well, I'm bird watching.
No, what kind of birds are you watching?
Well, we got some blue jays, a hummingbird, a woodpecker, a cardinal, but no eagles.
No
Big
eagles.
Flair, you with me?
Do you have a bird book?
I don't know, Big Flair. I don't know.
This is late in the day, guys.
Yeah,
I know.
He put in the chat earlier that
Reese,
the
late
beer
in the
was going
day.
down like water.
Yep.
And
Because it's colder
man,
out.
it was, and it still is. And I tried to give her 3 intro lines, and she went with bird watching. I don't know.
Yeah, you jumped in early off that bird watching thing. Like you had enough of that.
I like when Laura bird watches.
Oh gosh, you made Laura's night. I told her 3 times. I said I can give you something, babe. I said I can give you something. But Mary, Mary, Big Slayer, are you with me? Seriously.
You better believe it. I'm always here, Reese. Got you. Talk to me.
Okay. Number 1, Mother's Day trumps all. All this nonsense you were talking about birthdays and all that. Mother's Day trumps all. Yeah.
Aww. Look at
I mean,
y'all.
I don't know where you're coming from. Now, Babs, don't get too excited.
That means we don't get no holidays, Reese. It's cool. All right.
Hey! You had your bird watching time. I'm with Big Slay.
Mother's Day. You said Mother's Day trumps everything, so this could be her day too.
It ain't Mother's Day yet. She done had her bird watching time. I'm telling you what, though. Everybody gets lucky, Big Slay. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, talk to me.
Okay. I got lucky 5 years ago when Laura was dumb enough to say yes. Are you following?
I'm right there with you.
Okay. I got lucky 14 years ago when I met Precious Cup Reese and the parking lot that sold trucks where someone abandoned her and I found her, right?
14 years?
Yes.
It's a long time.
Cup is 2 months or 3 months, something like that, shy of 14 years. That's why
I didn't know Cup was that old.
I didn't either. But Reese, I had a cat when I was a kid. We had a cat that lived to like 21 years old.
And I hope Cup lives to 22, 42. And I do. Just like you love your cat, I love mine. And that was the best day of my life, right?
Okay.
Cup is a sweetheart. And so everybody gets lucky. And we're going to keep this short and sweet, and Babs are going to get mad. So I got lucky that Laura was dumb enough to say yes, and I got lucky to find Cup in that abandoned parking lot that sold trucks. And you know who else gets lucky every once in a while, Big Slay?
Who's that?
Little Birdie, take it on out. Get on Rocky Top. Rocky Top, Tennessee. I love y'all. Go Big Orange. Happy weekend,
There they go,
everybody.
Reese and Laura up there in Bowling Green. What did he say?
Little
birdies.
You're lucky.
I like how she said blue jay. Like you can see I can walk outside and in 5 minutes see a blue jay.
Oh, I know robins are.
War Eagle, Reese and Laura.
She said she didn't see any eagles.
Birds.
I'm just giving them a War Eagle. You know?
Thank you.
Yeah, I got you.
So baby Cup was the first of the 24 cats?
I didn't realize this cat was 14 years old.
Yeah, man.
That's an old cat.
Yeah. Just listen, man. The cats are an investment. They'll live, man.
Cat walker.
Now, I mean, they're not a parrot. Like, the parrot you have to put in your will because those things last like 90 years.
Parrots live forever.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you guys that we had a parrot that lived in our house?
No.
In college?
Oh, man.
We had a college.
Wait, what?
Yes.
In this, like, house full of girls?
Yes.
Who had a parrot?
There were 6 of us.
How is this just now happening right now?
Yeah. Its name was Beaker.
Oh, from the Muppets.
It was such a jerk.
Beaker
was such a jerk.
He
So we had.
was a jerk.
Yeah. We had a.
There's not worse than a parrot with jokes, man.
One of our teammates.
Going to insult you when you walk in.
I mean, no.
You really going to wear that on the way out?
Dude, Beaker would be like, I mean, Beaker was so loud. Yeah. But it was one of my teammates' birds, like, growing up, and then she brought Beaker with us. So Beaker lived in our house in Auburn with us.
It's like Slay with the Python.
So we had a... Except the python left.
Yeah, he lives.
Was abandoned.
Mm-hmm. He's somewhere. He spawned other pythons.
That's what happened in Florida.
Yeah,
that's why they have this infestation.
Everglades. Anything
in the
you
Everglades,
want.
yes.
Anything you want animal-wise in the Everglades.
Hey, it's him.
How are we
Anyway,
just
so-
now finding out about you had a parrot
I don't know,
in
but
college?
I'm pretty sure. Like, honestly, I know I have a scar somewhere from Beaker. So anyway, we had a girl on our team. One of our outside hitters was from Germany, and so she spoke English, but it was very limited English, right? And so she would always come over to the house and hang with us or whatever. And in the beginning, she's like, "Oh, it's a bird, it's bird," whatever. And then she would always try to like hold the bird. And the bird would always attack her, like hardcore attack her. And I'm like, why are you still holding the bird?
Yeah. Parrots don't really want to be
So in her like really thick German accent, she then stopped calling the bird Beaker and would call it Shiano a effing bird. But think about it, like it's funnier
with
if
a German accent.
Yeah,
with a German accent.
Yeah.
So it's funnier if you say the whole thing. I cannot say the whole thing on radio, but every time we talk about like pets that live a long time, like that bird lived until I came to Nashville. I mean, that bird was old.
That's telling you.
Beaker,
nuts.
man.
You have to put them in your will.
They live forever.
They're gonna live longer than you.
Like, wow, what are they doing?
They're just out here. They're just imitating people.
Just eating like bird seed.
Shiano a freaking bird. She would say it every time. I'm telling you, I got a scar from that thing.
With the parrot respond.
You were trying to hold it?
Yeah, sometimes
Babsy.
in the off season, maybe you have a drink or two
I
at
was
the
gonna
house
say,
with
was
the
there alcohol
girls.
involved?
That can make sense.
Terrible ideas in college, like, oh, go hold the bird. No,
I can dig that.
oh, hold the bird.
Take the bird. Did you put your arm out like, go bird, fly?
Yes, like come here, and Bigger was like on my arm, loving on me, and then it all
Until
went
it
bad.
wasn't. Yeah.
Until it wasn't.
She got them nails cut.
Yep.
Come.
Until it wasn't.
Well.
So
long, Beaker.
so long Monday.
Oh, yeah, and Monday.
Back at it tomorrow.
We need to get rid of this weather.
Jim Wyatt will join us, and we'll talk about the upcoming rookie minicamp with him. Players are already at the facility.
Thursday?
Rookies are Thursday, yes,
Yeah.
but the rest of the dudes can be there right now. We'll talk with Jim White about that. We've got the home show coming up on Friday in Murfreesboro. So
Oh, yeah. I love those things.
make sure you're with us there. They are cool. They really are.
What?
The home show.
The home show. Because there's just so much to go
look.
look at to want
This
to
man-
improve your home.
All these reps, and he doesn't have
Ferguson.
anything on his,
Ferguson
on his
home
schedule.
show?
No, it's just the home show in Murfreesboro. They have tons of vendors.
Home and Expo.
We gonna be there?
Yeah.
Friday.
Come on, ain't nobody told me that.
Actually, it's been texted to you multiple times.
Nobody's told me.
It's all right. We got you, Slay. We got you.
We found out last night, and I put it in the chat. Zeph told me. It's in the chat multiple times.
Murfreesboro,
home show.
baby.
Yeah, home show Friday. All right, we thank A Moment's Peace for putting up with us.
This place is awesome.
It's usually a
Any
lot more
gift
peaceful.
you want to win, get a gift card to here.
amomentspeace.com/mom. Love y'all. Appreciate you including us in your day. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. 3HL bingo card. Things we didn't expect to hear today. Shout out to my short girls out there. Dawn said that.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we're a worm coming out of a cocoon. I didn't know what Slay meant by that. I mean, we're all screwed. Babs talking about robots. And happy birthday to Breaking.
There you go.
Love y'all.
Bingo.
Thank you for including us in your day and your lives. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. Thanks to everybody who came out today. Have a great night. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be you unless you was going to shout out Jared Curtis, Nashville Christian. There you go. Salute. That was meant for Zephyr earlier too, Jared, not you.
Thanks for clarifying.
Two Rivers Ford announces employee pricing for everyone. Every tradesman, every dad, every rising star. You pay what we pay. Two Rivers Ford. Locally owned. American made.
Whether you're a homeowner creating your dream space or a pro managing multiple projects, discover a new way to shop at Ferguson Home, where great ideas become stunning spaces. Ferguson Home is designed for the way you want to shop. Explore the best selection of bath, kitchen, and lighting products online, or experience items firsthand in one of our showrooms. Our experts offer personalized support every step of the way. Bring your vision to Ferguson Home, where it all comes together. Shop top brands like Visual Comfort or find your local showroom at fergusonhome.com.